You've got full commentary here on 5 Live Sport with Alan Green, Mark Lawrenson, and first, good evening again to Simon Brotherton.
Thank you, Mark. Well, last week Chelsea became the first team to leave the Nou Camp with a clean sheet since Manchester United did in last year's semi-final. 12 months ago, it was the platform for success in the second leg for United. Will it prove to be for Chelsea as well? It's their 5th semi-final in 6 years, and they've still to lift the trophy with the big ears. The two teams lining up either side of the halfway line. On the far side of the ground, the blue and white checkered flags have largely been lowered now by the fans in the crowd. They'll actually be able to see what's going on in front of them now. Checkered flags they are, but Chelsea some way short of the finishing line at the moment. The Champions League emblem, which fills the centre circle, is now being carried away to the far side. There's been a little embrace between Guardiola and Hiddink, the two coaches. Hiddink, vastly experienced as a coach, of course, in comparison to his counterpart, but Guardiola did it all as a player, and what a lot he's packed into this season. But for all that Barcelona have scored 146 goals already this season, Mark Lawrenson, they have got one or two problems today, and do you feel that Chelsea might just be able to exploit them?
I do, and I don't think watching the majority of their games in La Liga, I don't think any teams have posed them as many problems as Chelsea are going to, Simon, because we talk about the physicality, we talk about the mental strength of Chelsea, and they've got very, very good players. And I've done the crowd a little bit of a disservice because in the last 5 minutes they've actually woken up, and there's a start, or there's a feel, there's an edge here, and we might actually have a better atmosphere than I thought we were going to.
Well, maybe the crowd just realised they might be in for a long night, and they didn't want to peak too soon, Mark. You never know.
Or realise it's just Chelsea playing in blue and they're at home.
An enormous Chelsea flag unfurled away to our right in the Matthew Harding stand, which is now being very rapidly rolled up and dragged down one of the exits into the concourse behind the stand, so that the fans can see the match. Chelsea blue shirts, blue shorts, white socks. Barcelona bright yellow shirts with navy shorts and yellow socks. And let's see how this one is going to be played out. Only 3 teams have come here to Stamford Bridge, and won in the last 5 years. Barcelona are one of them, 2-1 on their last visit in February 2006. Arsenal and Liverpool earlier this season in the Premier League. The referee is Tom Henning Øvrebø from Norway, one of the main UEFA referees these days. He was the 4th official in the final when Barcelona played Arsenal. And we'll just see how the two teams are lining up here, with Barcelona having more height at the back than they have in the past, and it looks as though I wonder whether Busquets is going to play just in front of Yaya Touré and Piqué as well, Mark.
It looks that way, and Busquets is big and he's tall, and I didn't realise, in all honesty, Yaya Touré was that tall, Simon, and himself and Piqué.
He's big.
Yeah, Piqué's big as well, so obviously they're trying to sort of fight fire with fire, aren't they?
Well, and Guardiola is obviously hoping that Touré has had plenty of practice marking Drogba while on international duty with the Ivory Coast in training. We're underway here. Barcelona defending the shed end of the ground, get the match underway in this first half. We're right behind the dugouts here, smack bang on the halfway line. Barcelona, kicking from left to right, are in possession of the ball with Yaya Touré, who is Kolo Touré's younger brother, and will be hoping to have a rather happier night than his brother did last night at the Emirates Stadium. It was all over so very early, wasn't it, for Arsenal, as Xavi sprays a pass away to the far side. It's cleared away high and long by Bozingwa. 2 or 3 bounces and it goes through to Victor Valdez. And just interestingly as well, Mark, just looking at Messi seems to be playing in the centre, which is not what he did in the first leg, but exactly how he played at Real Madrid on Saturday.
Yeah, so and what he'll do is he'll just drop off all the time, and leaves a problem for obviously Terry and Alex, whether to come with him or not.
Messi tries to scamper away down the near side, having moved out to the right, but Chelsea cope with it well, and it's rolled back towards Alex, who tweaked a groin on Saturday against Fulham, had to go off at half-time, but he's fit for this one. Ball in the centre circle with Xavi, who was named as the player of Euro 2008, and what a fine tournament he had, with Spain emerging victorious in Austria and Switzerland. Some semi-final defeat for Gus Hiddink there as well. Ball played forward through the centre by John Terry towards Drogba, but he couldn't quite get on the end of it, and away come Barcelona.
Simon, he was through. He was absolutely through, and like Gibbs last night for Arsenal, he slipped at the vital moment.
Javi away to the left-hand side. It's collected by Samuel Eto'o. Eto'o shoots from a good 35 yards out. I'm not quite sure what he had in mind there, because the ball just bobbles along the ground about 10 yards wide of the goal.
The other thing as well, with as we just mentioned about Drogba's just playing the movement back in his head there, saying, crikey, what a chance that could have been. But where were Toure and Piqué?
Drogba just running along the line there, the furthest forward for Chelsea, as Petr Cech bowls the ball out to the right back, Bosingwa, who did a decent job playing as an emergency left back in the Nou Camp a week ago, trying to keep Messi quiet. It's with Lampard in the centre circle. The ball played out to the right hand side, but Anelka was about 15 yards behind the play and there was nobody there.
Well, Anelka had come off his marker, hadn't he? Come off Abidal for the short one. And very interesting as well with Drogba. I think he's going to conserve his energy and support. He's not going to run into the corners at the moment. He's going to wait for almost a perfect ball, and then he's going to be off.
Ball hooked away by Alex from midway inside his own half. It bounces into the front row of the crowd on the far side, and Barcelona take the throw in quickly with Seydou Keita in field now, collected by Sergi Busquets. Busquets, one of the local youngsters to come through into the team, made his debut for Spain last month, just 20 years of age, and hit forward come Barcelona up towards the edge of the penalty area now. Messi rolling it in towards Eto'o, neat little 1-2, and Messi is tackled well by John Terry, and Chelsea get it away on the right, midway inside their own half with Anelka. 5 Live Sport Champions League semi-final second leg, live from Stamford Bridge, as Anelka plays it forward, and Drogba tries to chase it down, but Victor Valdez, the goalkeeper, clears the ball. One bounce and it's collected by Terry, then just chipped to the near side on the halfway line by Ballack. Ashley Cole into Michael Essien. Essien gets a lucky bounce, but he's surrounded by 4 yellow-shirted players, and Barcelona very intelligently play their way forward to the halfway line, where the ball is collected once more by Samuel Eto'o. Bustling, surging, powerful run, almost takes him all the way up to the edge of the penalty area, but as the ball bounces through, Cech clears it to the halfway line.
Well, it's interesting, Eto'o playing on the left, because he's always going to cut inside, and at the moment, of all the Barcelona players, he looks a threat. Messi through the middle, it means that Alex and Terry can come and get very, very tight to him, because I don't think anyone from Barcelona's midfield is going to run the other side of the 2 centre-backs.
Ball played into the centre. Dani Alves slips over as he tries to shoot. Then it's flicked to the right-hand edge of the penalty area. On the byline, Messi tries to knock it back in. Ballack doesn't know where the ball is, but it flicks him on the heels. Now Xavi tries to flick it in, and it's cleared away off the line. Chelsea fighting hard to get the ball away. It was Bosingwa, who was on the far post, who got the ball clear.
You know what as well, Simon? I mean, that was fate, because really there's no way Bosingwa should have been there ever, because it got a real wicked deflection, I think, when the ball got played over, and he just by instinct just went and stood on the post, and luckily for Chelsea they did it. It might not have sneaked in, but Cech certainly didn't know that.
Well, Bosingwa was certainly in the right place at the right time. As it happened, there was nobody around, and he did have time to clear the ball, but yes, he was in the right spot. But we've seen Messi causing a little bit of havoc actually in the first couple of minutes already, with that free roll that he's got, running where he likes effectively.
But that's the thing, one of the 2 centre-backs can come and pick him up.
Chelsea try and attack down the left-hand side. The ball is played towards Malouda, who was level with the edge of the penalty area, but the bounce of the ball takes it over the Frenchman's head and out of play. And Dani Alves, who was a target of Chelsea supposedly for quite some time before going to Barcelona, takes the throw-in. Former Seville player, right-footed, up towards the halfway line. Little header forward down by John Terry. Bounces loose, and tackle coming in from Lampard. Concedes a foul, and it will be a free kick for the challenge on Busquets. Little raised eyebrow there, Mark, when I mentioned that Chelsea might have been interested in Mr. Alves at one time.
Yeah, I think he will get a bit of abuse tonight, Nolan, because of his behaviour or lack of in the first leg.
Piqué, the former Manchester United player, forward now towards Samuel Eto'o, midway inside the Chelsea half, infield towards Iniesta. Iniesta's gone wandering towards the left now, but Xavi plays it to the right, and Messi rolls it along the floor to Dani Alves. Alves is 15 yards from the byline, crosses beyond the far post, 1-2 bounces, and the ball is out of play. And Mark, Barcelona are knocking the ball around reasonably well here in the first 6 minutes, aren't they?
They've started the more impressive of the 2 teams as well. Malouda's going to have to get back and get very tight on Alves, because one thing about him, he's very, very good going forward.
Bosingwa, who missed a month before that first leg, coming back in the nick of time for Chelsea really, takes the throw-in. Ball goes out of play, and Chelsea slowly advance. They now have a throw about midway inside their own half. Away on the far side as we look, the right-hand side. Chelsea kicking towards the shed end in the first half here. The prize at stake. A match against Manchester United in the Champions League final in Rome on May the 27th, and we are no nearer to finding out who is going to get there, because it's goalless here tonight, and it was goalless in the first leg as Samuel Eto'o plays it away to the left-hand side of the field as Barcelona with Eric Abidal come forward. Abidal back into Xavi in midfield. Xavi looks up, right-footed, drills the ball into Alves, right-hand edge of the penalty area, volleys the ball too hard actually, right across the penalty area. It bounces down near the corner flag, and it's out of play for a Chelsea goal kick.
Great pass, mine, from, was it Xavi to Alves? Great pass, but unfortunately for Barcelona, Alves couldn't do much about it. I just think with Chelsea, just looking around a little bit in midfield at the moment and kind of thinking, are we in the right position? Are we picking the right players up? Because of the way that at the moment Barcelona are dominating the proceedings.
Yeah, at times the game already is going on around Chelsea's players, isn't it, Mark, with the way Barcelona are passing it around. Valdez, the goalkeeper, has possession for Barcelona. 3,000 people have travelled here from Catalonia to watch the match. Stamford Bridge, of course, is packed to the rafters and sold out. The ball at the back with Yaya Touré. Drogba starts to close him down, and Touré plays the ball short towards Busquets. Busquets finds Xavi on the halfway line. Xavi right-footed into the centre. He was looking for the run of Seydou Keita, the Mali international, but he couldn't quite pick him out, and the ball's back with Peter Cech again.
I think Messi, Iniesta and Eto'o are causing all sorts of problems for Chelsea at the moment, Sam, and with their movement. At the moment, Chelsea aren't quite sure who, where, when and why to pick up.
Keita getting well forward as well for Barcelona more than once so far in this game. 8.5 minutes played here on 5 Live. 0-0. High ball headed forward towards the penalty area by Drogba. Left-hand side, down near the corner flag. Malouda has it. Lampard is there in support. Ball laid back to Lampard. Lampard rolls it to Ashley Cole. Cole just skips away from Busquets. Rolls it to the edge of the penalty area. Lampard tries to chip it up. Ball deflects up in the air. Michael Essien with a shot. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Michael Essien! It's an absolute blockbuster from 5 yards outside the penalty area. He rifled it home. The ball bounced down off the bar and bulged the back of the net. Chelsea have the lead against Barcelona. 9 minutes played. It's Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0.
And am I right in thinking that just after 8 plus minutes, which is the time of the first goal last night at the Emirates from Manchester United? Very interesting there as well, Simon. Gus Hiddink straight away came over to John Terry and said something, and it wasn't let's keep it tight, whatever. He was saying to him, look, you need X in there, Y in there and Z in there. That's where the problems are being caused at the moment, or were being caused I should say. But what a fantastic strike from Essien.
Well, and what a start for Chelsea when you consider that actually for the first 9 minutes of the game they've been largely outplayed here by Barcelona, who've had much of the possession and have looked the livelier and more likely team. But Chelsea now have the advantage. But here come Barcelona up to the edge of the penalty area. It was Abidal, but Alex, the Brazilian, moving smartly across, no mucking around. He just thumped the ball into the crowd. Barcelona have a corner on their left.
Well, the other thing as well is that it's not really changed much from Barcelona's point of view, because they still need to score a goal, don't they? So I don't think you'll see them panic.
Corner taken short, collected by Messi, rolled it back to Iniesta, shirt hanging out, into the penalty area it goes, nobody there. Drogba back to help out, as he so often does, and Drogba launching the ball forward, but of course it was in the general sort of area where he would normally be lurking, so there was nobody there. And Barcelona in their yellow shirts are behind here and have possession. A slightly rejigged Barcelona team, and Michael Essien of all people sundering the ball in. That shot on the volley, but Hiddink still agitated on the edge of the technical area. He knows that his team has still got some sorting out to do in terms of the general play here, Mark.
Do you know the really good news though? No extra time.
I was happy with however long we get to watch these two teams.
I'm joking.
I must confess.
In case anyone complains, I'm only joking.
Ball played forward now, and Piqué has it, plays it square to Xavi. Well, we'll find out how good Barcelona are now.
Well, exactly, but they won't change. I mean, they can't change, basically.
They are passing the ball around neatly inside the Chelsea half, through the centre, and Xavi with a lovely ball. Oh, it was nearly a lovely ball to the left-hand angle of the penalty area, but it's gone out of play. Eto'o stretched and couldn't get there.
Sorry, Simon. I'm not sure where Basingwa's going at the moment.
Do you think Basingwa is?
Well, he came in and stood alongside Alex, though, he doesn't need to. He needs to be halfway between Alex and Eto'o if the ball's played out there and get out there very, very quickly. I think it's almost as though he's thinking, oh, it's only Eto'o. It's not Messi playing against me. I'm going to be absolutely fine. Well, I'm sorry. The outlet all the time is Eto'o.
I wouldn't feel fine if it was only Eto'o out there.
Yeah, but you're carrying a bit, aren't you?
Just a little bit more than Sammy Eto'o is, yes, over on the far side. And Barcelona have a free kick. I might match him for the first yard and a half.
In your head.
We can dream. Barcelona, free kick, left-hand side. Xavi takes it. Into the penalty area it goes. Powerful, towering header away by Drogba. Away to the far side. It's near the right corner flag. Hooked away with the left foot of Bozingua. Up to and just over the halfway line. And the ball rolls out of play. 5 live from Stamford Bridge. The Champions League semi-final, second leg. And what a start for Chelsea. Michael Essien from outside the penalty area. It banged against the underside of the crossbar, ricocheted into the floor and back up into the roof of the net. 9 minutes, the time of the goal. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0 on the night. 1-0 on aggregate. Now it's Messi scuttling forward. Little flick inside to Iniesta. Midway inside the Chelsea half. Iniesta playing it square to Xavi. Eto'o's away there on the left-hand edge of the penalty area with a chance now to take on Bozingua. Can't quite manage to do so. Abidal supports him. Messi tries to wriggle free inside the box. But away come Chelsea with Anelka, who is then fouled. And Chelsea have a free kick 15 yards outside their own box.
Well, just the point we made just before is Bozingua. Absolutely. He's all over the place at the moment. And Hiddink sort of patrolling the touchline here. I'm pretty sure he's going to try and get a message across. It might just be for 5 minutes, of saying to Anelka, who's playing on the right side of midfield, just sit in a little bit for me and stop the get-out ball to Eto'o.
Alex playing it forward now towards Drogba, losing out to Piqué. Piqué finds Yaya Touré towards the near side, 10 yards short of the halfway line in Iniesta. Then Touré hurried, flicks it forward, collected by Ballack, but a little too much urgency on the pass there from the German Ballack, and it goes out of play. Malouda can't get there. And you're right there, Gus Hiddink is gesticulating quite strongly to his team, and clearly he still doesn't quite have it as he wants it out on the field.
No, he's not happy with the way they're set up when Barcelona have the ball at the moment.
I.e. quite a lot of the time then.
95% I would have thought.
Yaya Touré in possession of the ball, striding forward. Taking his time. Xavi comes short, but the ball is a rather loose one, and there was nobody in the middle there for Chelsea to pick it up, and Barcelona have the ball back, and surging up to the edge of the penalty area is Abidal. Iniesta with time and space flicks it into the centre, just a little too long there for Xavi, who'd got in behind John Terry. 1 or 2 alarm bells ringing.
Well, yeah, the other thing as well, as we've been going on driving everyone mad about Bozingua, Anelka's just let Abidal run. He just basically let him run on. Well, you can't do that against Barcelona. It's footballing suicide.
Hiddink's just having a little word with Didier Drogba at the moment. Drogba just wanders back in towards the centre.
He's going to change his boots, I think. But I don't think that was anything to do with what Hiddink said to him.
Flick on there by Malouda. Drogba will chase. He's very much second favourite though, and Dani Alves, the Brazilian, skips across the face of his own area and away with the ball, and he doesn't fall over as he plays it forward. Messi inside the centre circle, back now towards Xavi. Iniesta's available on the near side. Xavi I think's looking for him. Yes, he is, and Iniesta can't flick it in because it was anticipated and intercepted by Ashley Cole. But Barcelona in their yellow shirts come forward again. Busquets though, not a good ball out towards Abidal. It's collected inside the centre circle by Drogba. Can't find Michael Essien, who just chips away at Iniesta, and the referee from Norway has given Barcelona a free kick just short of the halfway line. 1-0 Chelsea.
That's the other thing. I mean, the ball was played into Drogba. Just keep hold of it, because at the moment he's just dominated the ball by yellow shirts.
Seydou Keita away to the left-hand side, where it's collected once more by Samuel Eto'o just outside the penalty area. Oh, it was square towards Xavi. He can't collect it, but towards the right-hand edge of the box Messi does. Now back with Xavi again, 10 yards outside the penalty area. Barcelona trying to play their way through, and they were looking for a free kick on the edge of the box there. Eto'o going down, but the referee says get on with the game, and it's cleared away, and Guardiola comes to retrieve the ball quickly, and Didier Drogba's going to change his boots, I think, in a moment. Chelsea look as though they were preparing to do that. Malouda sticks his foot in there and wins the ball back for Chelsea. Drogba tussling for it, losing out to Keita, breaks loose to Lampard. Lampard plays it forward towards Malouda, away down the left-hand side. Victor Valdez backpedaling into his goal. Malouda back towards Lampard. Oh, he hacked at that one horribly. It was a clear shooting opportunity from about 12 yards or so, left of centre, but it just skewed off the outside of his boot up into the upper tier of the shed.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think there was only Anelka, the other blue-shirted Chelsea player, in the box anyway, so I don't blame Lampard for having a swish at it, but it was a swish as well.
Lampard, of course, scored twice in that incredible match in the quarter-final with Liverpool, the 4-4 draw here. And we've got a very lively encounter here so far after the opening quarter of an hour. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0 on the night, 1-0 on aggregate. Michael Essien with the goal, and what a goal it was as well on 9 minutes from outside the penalty area. But if you've just tuned in, Barcelona have had a lot of the early play. Dani Alves in possession, short ball forward in the Chelsea half. Chelsea working hard to get the ball back. Malouda does. Alves is clambering all over him trying to get back. Down goes Malouda, but the referee says it was a foul by Alves.
It wasn't, you know. Alves was just stronger.
He was super competitive there, Alves.
If it serves to wind him up, then so be it, because it doesn't take much.
Well, Alves can add that to his collection. He's committed more fouls than anybody else in the Champions League this season, apparently. They've got stats for everything these days, and yes, I don't get out much before you say it. Lampard with the free kick up to the edge of the penalty area. It's high, it hangs in the air. Piqué rises high and heads the ball away, and Malouda then just whacks it back in towards the centre. It spins away on the right hand side. It's midway inside the Barcelona half now. Anelka rolls the ball back to Buzingwa. Buzingwa looks a little hurried there with Xavi in close attendance. It's back to Ashley Cole, who rolls it to check the goalkeeper, who doesn't come up with one of his better clearances. It spins and reaches the halfway line, and Iniesta brings it under control. Back to Busquets. 18 minutes played on 5 Live in the Champions League semi-final second leg. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. Michael Essien with the goal on 9 minutes. 1-0 the score on aggregate, so we will not be getting extra time here tonight, so all those Chelsea fans will be able to get the last train home as Yaya Toure sends the ball from the centre circle, sailing out of play over on the far side. It was aimed at Samuel Eto'o, but Eto'o could only stand there and watch it fly past him.
But in all honesty, there was going to be absolutely no pressure from Buzingwa yet again. Told he's going to change his boots.
Much anticipated boot changes happening now, but I think Drogba did fall over earlier, didn't he? It wasn't just a case of him trying to get some advertising time for the TV closing in on his boots.
No. That's the other thing as well, about last night, about Gibbs. I'd love to know if he was wearing blades rather than studs.
Well, his face was a picture, wasn't it? What an untimely slip.
Because I have a theory about that. I think in the first leg he did exactly the same thing and got away with it.
Piqué. Yes, he did actually. Ball played forward now to Xavi, right of centre, rolling it along this carpet-like playing surface at Stamford Bridge. The pitch looking much better here for the time of year than it has done in recent seasons. It's a pretty impressive-looking playing surface as Gerard Piqué has possession. Long-sleeve jersey for him tonight. Along the floor, away to the left-hand side, and Buzingwa's not really in attendance once again as Eto'o rolls it in towards the centre. Chelsea scurrying a little bit there as Eto'o raced into the middle, but Cech anticipated and slid down to smother the ball.
Yeah, for all Barcelona's domination of the play and the passes in terms of the passing, they haven't tested Cech at the moment, but it's coming.
Hasn't had to make what you would call a decent save yet in this match, but Gus Hiddink, winner of this European Champions Cup back in 1988 with PSV Eindhoven, on the edge of the technical area. Brilliant play though by Iniesta. He's gained about 20-25 yards already. Holds the ball up under pressure from Anelka, and a little tap on the heel there from Anelka, and down goes Iniesta. Free kick Barcelona, middle of the field, midway inside the Chelsea half.
Well, look on the bright side, and Anelka actually chased back on that occasion.
He's done it more than once tonight. It's not just Drogba who's come back.
He's not done it enough.
And he is behind the ball at the moment, as are all of the Chelsea players, and Tom Henning Overbo, the Norwegian referee, wants them to come back another pace or two. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. Michael Essien with the goal. Free kick Barcelona. Xavi standing near the ball, Dani Alves as well, and it looks as though Alves might take it. He does, over the wall, it dips just wide of the post, and Petr Cech just has a little look back at the wall, but that one came whistling in.
Yeah, mind you, unlike Almunia last night, that had been on target, Cech would have saved it.
Cech had it covered, but the ball wide of the goal. So no birthday present yet for Dani Alves, as Alan was saying earlier. 26 today, as the ball is cleared by Cech for Chelsea. High and long, just a little bit too far for Drogba, whose body language says, oh, if only it was just another
Well, the
yard.
other thing is that Yaya Toure just gave up.
Piqué in possession on the halfway line. His pass forward takes a little ricochet off the goal scorer Michael Essien, but Barcelona have the ball once again, and they continue to have the lion's share of possession. But importantly, all importantly, it's Chelsea who have the lead here. Iniesta back towards Alves, halfway line, right of centre with Xavi, the captain, back towards Busquets. Xavi has it once again. He's such a pivotal figure in Barcelona's team, and he has been for such a long time now, as Yaya Toure rolls it back centre towards Gerard Piqué. Piqué almost on the centre spot, tries to slide it forward towards Messi, takes a little deflection off Drogba, and Barcelona busy going nowhere at the moment.
Well, I just let the two centre-backs have it, Simon. I'll just let them have it. You'd rather they have it than Xavi and Iniesta and Messi and those people. Just let them have the ball.
Lampard plays it forward over the top. Drogba chases it. Victor Valdez comes out and gets the vital touch right on the 18-yard line. And how important might that prove to be? It was just a little touch here or there that might have taken it past Barcelona's goalkeeper. He couldn't afford to miss that one with Drogba bearing down on him, and he won that duel.
I thought Drogba should have done better. Knock it the side of Valdez and he's completely stranded.
Well, we're midway through the first half here. Chelsea lead by 1-0. Taking you through to half-time, Alan Green.
Here's Michael Essien, scorer of that goal. And it's actually Chelsea's only shot on target. There hasn't been a lot of strict goal-mouth action. Terry plays the ball back to Cech, and Cech leans back as he clears it right-footed. Malouda brings it down brilliantly, down the left side for Chelsea. Nobody in the opposition penalty, and Malouda has the ball, left edge of the penalty area, and he goes down. And what's he given? Has he given a free kick?
He has. I thought it was in the penalty area.
Well, if that's a free kick, it should be a penalty kick, because it was inside the penalty area.
Well, they're just reliving the battle of the Nou Camp, these two, aren't they? Alves and Malouda.
I'm convinced that's a penalty. That's a penalty. You know, initially I thought he was going to book Malouda for diving, but it was a foul tackle, and it's inside the penalty area.
Yeah.
And how did you see that, Mr. Aubrey-Bull? Get your glasses on,
Obviously
son.
didn't see it.
Dear, oh dear. So we had a penalty that wasn't a penalty last night, and we had a penalty that wasn't given here tonight. So, Drogba with the mysterious free kick, a yard.
I think he's going to absolutely whack this in, Alan.
Oh, absolutely. Just a yard from the goal line, right-footed, driven in. My goodness, Valdez didn't know much about it. I think it hit the goalkeeper and is behind for a corner.
I think it hit him on his left thigh.
Yep. Well, Chelsea very close to getting a second goal. Very close. So,
Essien goes down as a good save, you know.
Okay. Lampard from the right with a corner. Nearly 25 minutes played at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea lead 1-0. Corner played. Terry heads it on wide. Not much in it.
No. The other thing from Chelsea's point of view from that is, I don't think Barcelona had anybody on the post whatsoever, which,
no, neither post.
against a team with lots of height, is not good.
Guardiola issuing instructions. I think he wants Eto'o to play wide, because Basingo's absolutely having a nightmare.
Well, he just can't get anywhere near him.
And so is Anelka, actually. I didn't think Anelka's done anything of any consequence at all. Here's Busquets for Barcelona, whose position hasn't really changed. Because remember, if they score one goal, they're ahead on the away goals rule.
Do you know what I think? Just going back to the Chelsea corner and nobody on the post, you know what I think it is? I think they've gone Barcelona for get everybody in there, hope one of us heads it. No, seriously, there can't be any other rhyme or reason why you would possibly go about it that way.
Piqué slams the ball down the left flank. It goes straight out of play on the far side of the field, and it's going to be a throw into Chelsea, level over the edge of their own penalty. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. It was a terrific goal from Michael Essien. We're just seeing a replay of the incident. If that's not in the penalty area, I don't know what it is.
No, it was in. There's just no argument.
Here's another replay. Look,
there's just no argument.
Laughable. Malouda into Lampard. Lampard tipped it forward. No offside flag. Drogba into the penalty area. Drogba goes down too easily. Not a penalty.
No, I think this time he got it absolutely right. Got to be stronger, Drogba. Got to be stronger in there.
If he just concentrated on playing the ball instead of throwing himself down, it could have been 2-0 Chelsea. Drogba was on his knees in the penalty area. Valdez helping him up. And don't tell me Drogba's going to feel an injury now. Oh, mind you, it wouldn't be like him if he didn't.
Blame it on the boots he's just changed.
Now he's holding his back. Get up. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed.
Well, the thing is...
And I don't think the Norwegian referee's going to let anybody on.
No.
Because he's not at all convinced there's anything wrong with Drogba.
And the other thing
right.
is, we caned Dani Alves last week at the Nou Camp.
Yeah. Well, I argued that Ronaldo of Manchester United and Drogba of Chelsea would be desperate to get Alves into the Premier League. And then all attention would...
Take the pressure off.
Be deflected away from them. And like you, I thought Ronaldo was brilliant last night.
Oh, sensational.
Unplayable. So the ball is back with Valdez. His play resumes for the non-injury, after the non-injury to Drogba. We played 27 minutes on 5 Live.
Well, you know
Chelsea
what?
lead 1-0.
And sorry, Alan, Barcelona, they just look a better team. All the chances at Chelsea, they should have had a penalty on top of the 1-0, and I think Drogba, with the 2 opportunities, could have actually been 3-0 up here.
Well, the first one, after about 90 seconds, he just dreadfully miscontrolled it. He was clean through. Here's Busquets to Alves, the right full-back for Barcelona. On to Messi. Where's Messi been over the last 10 minutes? Cutting in from the right side, evading Ashley Cole, finding Xavi. Xavi to the left side in Iniesta. Eto's in the penalty area. It's played back to Abidal. Abidal to Xavi once more. He crosses toward the far post. Alves went to meet it, and I think he fouled the defender. He did.
Ashley Cole, wasn't it?
No,
it wasn't Ashley Cole. No, it's Malouda. Well done, the boy Florent.
Yeah. And he's obviously feeling that.
No, he's hurt his bun.
Yeah, I was going to say he's feeling his bun.
It's a bun, isn't it? It's an old-fashioned bun. The nurses used to have them, didn't they? In the sort of 50s and 60s, the old bun at the back of the head job.
I never used to fantasize about that. The uniforms, yes, but not the buns.
I wasn't born.
28.5 minutes played. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. And it was a terrific strike by Michael Essien. Drogba jumps, misses with the attempted header, and anyway he was offside, and it's a free kick to Barcelona. Taken quickly to Xavi, on to Messi. Cole hacks at the backs of the Argentine's leg. Messi runs past Ashley Cole. Terrific run by Messi, inside of Lampard as well. Messi to Xavi. Iniesta's unmarked on the far side, picked out by Xavi. Iniesta, edge of the penalty area, shot was high and wide. Goal kick.
Just had a stat there. You're like me, you hate stats. We had nearly 70% possession, Barcelona. My argument will be, what have you done with it?
Yeah. But actually, I think they are marginally more threatening than they were last week.
Yes. Yeah, because Chelsea have to open out just a little bit, don't they? That's the other thing. And I do feel that the movement, I mean, Eto's now back through the middle, and Iniesta's out on the left, and Messi's now down on the right-hand side.
Goal kick taken. Barcelona headed back towards the halfway line. Nice volleyed pass by Cole towards Malouda. Cole goes in on Messi, and then he's tackled by Alves. Is Alves going to be booked here? If he is, he would be out of the final, and he is.
Well, he might not be in it.
No, he might not be in it, but Alves will not be appearing in Rome, whatever happens to his team.
Can't raise your arms. Yeah. Didn't particularly make great contact with Ashley Cole. You cannot raise your arms.
Yeah, well, he knows.
He's losing the plot as well again now. Look, shaking his head.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, Danny boy. What a fool.
I never realised the world rotated around his bottom.
Free kick to Chelsea, who lead 1-0. Quarter of an hour left in the first half here at Stamford Bridge. Taken by Ashley Cole towards Drogba, headed away well by Piqué, and Piqué gets a second chance to clear it. Lampard was caught there.
I think he was caught by a flailing arm.
Well, Lampard's down and he's spitting blood. He was certainly caught there. Lampard's mouth is very bloody at the moment. Referee will have to stop play. Yeah. Man, he insisted that Terry hit the ball out of play. It wouldn't have taken much foresight there, Mr. Referee, to know that Lampard has a genuine problem.
Yeah, he was caught.
Yeah. Flailing arm again. Well, the Norwegian's supposed to be one of our better referees in Europe, but I fail to understand why he didn't see that the foul on Malouda was inside, not outside the penalty area.
I know.
When I'm talking about Malouda's just getting instruction here, so too is Michael Ballack. Meantime, Lampard still crouching on his knees, face forward. He'll have to go off, you know. They can't stuff a wad of cotton wool in his mouth and let him play on. He'll have to come off.
Yeah.
So we're delaying, and referee is indicating the fourth official check for time. Well, of course he's checking for time. Are you happy with the way Chelsea are playing?
Yeah, I am actually. Even the fact that Barcelona have looked very good on the ball, no doubt about it. Iniesta, Xavi, Eto'o, everybody, Messi, they haven't really caused Chelsea many problems. And what Chelsea have done is they defended their 18-yard line extremely well. And Alan, as we said before, they should have had a penalty. Drogba could have scored one of his two chances. So I think if you're hitting, you're just a little bit slightly worried. Barcelona in possession and the movement, but overall he's thinking happy days so far.
Yeah. I've just a feeling Chelsea will have to score a second goal.
Yeah, I'm with you.
By the way, we were saying that Stamford Bridge is full. It's not. Look at the Matthew Harding stand. There are at least half a dozen rows at the back of that stand that are empty. Now, quote, they're probably blocked off for UEFA family members who couldn't be bothered coming. Now, the referee's got no option really. He's got to ask Frank Lampard to leave the pitch. Though that could have happened 2 minutes ago, frankly.
Yeah, well, I think with an injury like facial injury, I think you don't worry about mood and just find out what exactly is wrong with him first. I think that's quite right.
And Phil,
Simon seems to think he might have lost a tooth.
Phil, the producer, just emphasised what has been my feeling. We've actually only had one shot on target.
Yeah.
Essien's goal. But it's not a bad match, and at least it's a lot tighter than last night's. Lampard comes back onto the pitch, and the ball is given back by Barcelona from the throw-in to Cech, who throws it out to Basingwa on the far side of the field. I'm missing Ivanovic, you know. To Anelka, back to Basingwa, caught in possession by Keita. Basingwa then manages to clear it on the volley, but it's out of play, is it on the far side, and it's a throw into Barcelona. And really down the right side, Chelsea are awful.
Not good.
So, throw in. Taken by Abidal to Keita, tackled by Alex, ball's out of play.
He's given a free kick.
Oh, he's given a free kick for the
challenge
by Keita.
Yeah,
right. So just to emphasise, before all that, Daniel Alves was shown a yellow card, and he would be suspended should Barcelona reach the final. But they're not going to the final at the moment to meet Manchester United. Chelsea lead Barcelona 1-0 here. 11 minutes to go to half-time, plus you'd think now at least 3 minutes of stoppage time for the various hold-ups we've had. Drogba heads the ball on, out comes Valdez and punches on at the edge of his penalty area. They're jumping up and down at the old shed end of Stamford Bridge in the upper tier of the stand. They're enjoying themselves, but I still think there are nervous moments ahead here for Chelsea. Iniesta to Keita on the far side of the field. Iniesta once more, and back to the halfway line, and Abidal to Yaya Toure. Heading wants his players to push forward. Sitting too deep at the moment. Or perhaps they're not pressurising the Barcelona players when they're in possession.
Absolutely, that's the problem. They're sat off a bit at the moment.
Busquets to Piqué. Overwhelmingly, the action has been in the Chelsea half. It's played toward Daniel Alves, and it's a good header out of play by Malouda off his bum. Throw-in to Barcelona. 4 or 5 paces from the corner flag. Thrown back to Messi. Messi still sort of flits in and out of the game. He played it back to Alves. Alves attempting to return the pass to Messi, didn't get it right, and Chelsea clear it upfield over the halfway line. Only Drogba up front. Piqué to Yaya Toure, up to the halfway line. Xavi about 10 yards to his left. Yaya Toure's looking down the right side, changes his mind. Messi's being tracked back by Malouda. There's a new job for Malouda, sort of doubling up on Messi down this side. Cole and Malouda. Now Abidal to Iniesta on the far side of the field. The Barcelona left being hustled, and was he fouled by Basingwa? He was, and it's a free kick, and Basingwa's having a very poor game. Free kick taken quickly. Xavi has it for Barcelona. Back to Alves, and Alves just chips it forward. Lovely layoff between Eto'o and Messi. Eto'o now, a yard from the tee of the penalty area to Messi, right edge of the box. Clips the cross in, took a deflection. That might have been difficult for Czech, but he dived forward and caught the ball.
Yeah, I think the problem was when he had it, and the ball was deflected, Alan, it popped up a little bit, and Czech wasn't sure whether to come and claim it, and then once one of the, I think it might have been Eto'o, was running through, it made his mind up to come and get it.
To be fair, that's the nearest that Czech has made to a save for all the possession that Barcelona have had. Now we've got a goal kick to Barcelona. I mean, it sounds we were talking about before the game. They're only slightly more expansive, Chelsea, than they were last week.
Yeah, but it's enough.
Enough at the moment. They lead 1-0. And, of course, 1-0 on the night means 1-0 on aggregate since the first leg finished 0-0. Piqué to Abidal. Back now to Keita. Keita to Piqué again. And on to Busquets inside the centre circle. To Xavi. Always available, Xavi. On to Messi. Messi always fancies getting past goal. Gets past him yet again. Down the right side. Plays it in towards the near post. Not the right option. That was like a pass back to Czech.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's not about his pace, Alan, Messi. It's his change of pace. He's already very quick. When he changes pace, he goes even quicker.
Well, I mean, we know Cole is quick.
Well, it's just little strides, isn't it?
That's right.
It's like tiny tot strides as well, and he's away, isn't he?
Valdez throws the ball out to Alves, near side of the field. On to Xavi. Messi available on the right flank. Xavi down to walking pace. Stood still for a moment there. Plays it to Busquets. Takes the return pass. Now it's with Piqué. Piqué on to Xavi inside the centre circle. Back to Piqué. Both Barcelona central defenders, Yaya Toure and Piqué, are being allowed to have the ball a lot. Xavi on to Messi. Messi's got into the middle now. And he's got a player available down the left side. That's Abidal. Back to Messi. Inside left position for Barcelona. Plays it in. Xavi's there. Tries to return the pass. Overhits it. And it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, it is a criticism of Barcelona at the moment is nobody's really tried too many shots from distance. They're trying to score the perfect goal. I know we had the shot from Alves from the free kick, which wasn't too far away. But at the moment, in and around the box, they're just going for that little 1-2. And quite honestly, there's so many blue shirts around at the moment. I'd be hitting one from 25 yards.
I thought Xavi should have hit that.
Yeah.
Instead of passing it, he should have just hit it. I think Chelsea in a similar position would have had a strike at goal.
Definitely.
7 minutes to half-time plus additional stoppage time, of course, because we have had a couple of hold-ups, particularly to Lampard and also to Drogba. Messi in the centre circle, just running away from Ashley Cole. Cole will have nightmares about this, unless, of course, Chelsea hold on, in which case he couldn't give a stop. He'll be in the final in Rome. Here's Alex to Ashley Cole. And on to Malouda, and Malouda just squirts his left foot at the ball, and the ball flicks out of play for a throw into Barcelona.
Just Chelsea a little bit more composure, just a little bit more.
Alves to take it, 8 yards short of the halfway line. Busquets runs into the Chelsea half, initially ignored, now it's thrown to him. Busquets just falls over. There was no foul challenge there by Ballack. Referee got it right. Cole back to Czech, and Czech left-footed clears it over the halfway line. Drogba jumps for the Yaya Toure. Neither of them make contact with the ball. Still bouncing towards Malouda. Might run kindly for Chelsea, but no, it doesn't. Alves takes it up, rushes forward, running over the halfway line. Certainly fouled there by Estienne. Free kick, without question, to Barcelona.
Yeah, he knew he was going to get a nudge, didn't he, Alves? And he went down very, very early.
But what are Barcelona yapping about? Xavi's moaning?
No, they've taken the ball off them.
Oh,
Chelsea.
Come on, son. Whinging again. 5 minutes to half-time. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. Michael Essien's goal around about 8 minutes after the game started. Iniesta to Xavi. Xavi now looks to the right side, finds Alves, the Brazilian fullback. Alves, good cross in towards the far post, headed behind by Bosingwa. Should have got a call by Czech, because there was no Barcelona player behind Bosingwa. No need to head the ball. Corner taken. Back it goes to Iniesta. Piqué's in the penalty area, but again they're trying to walk it through. Busquets to the left side. Abidal with a cross into the penalty area, headed away. Alves will shoot, will he? No, he won't. He passes it to Messi, right edge of the penalty area. His cross into the penalty area. Took a deflection, did it not? No, it didn't. It's a goal kick.
No, I think didn't quite get to the flight, did he, Eto'o? That's all it was. But again, they're trying to score the perfect goal.
No point going out of the Champions League in search of a perfect goal. Any goal will do.
We saw the perfect goal last night, by the way.
The counter-attack.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what I like more. Actually, the defending that United did to be able to enable them to counter-attack. The back heel by Ronaldo. Park's immediate control. The vision that he saw Rooney running through in the left. And then Rooney's vision, seeing that Ronaldo was sprinting into the penalty area. It was perfection.
Yeah, but apart from that...
Yeah, scrappy goal. Oh, United were very, very good last night. If United play like that in Rome, frankly, I don't think it matters whether it's going to be Barcelona or Chelsea. United will retain the Champions League. Lampard's free kick in towards Terry, whose shirt was being tugged, but there's a header behind for a goal kick, for a corner kick rather, not a goal kick. It's a corner to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was a tug on Terry's. There was a tug on Terry's shirt. Mind you, Terry does enough tugging at defending corners. 3 minutes to half time. Lampard to take the corner. The ball, even though.
Well, we've had problems here with the...
Out of play on the far side of the field. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. What is it here? A Chelsea throw-in? Oh, yeah. The ball has to be returned from the crowd in the west stand on the far side. Basingwa to take the throw-in. Level over the edge of the Barcelona penalty area. Thrown towards Anelka. Out of play again off a Barcelona player. Another Chelsea throw-in that gained just a couple of yards. Chelsea leading 1-0. Couple of minutes to go to half-time. Throw goes into Drogba this time. Drogba back towards Ballack. Ballack doesn't get to the ball before a Barcelona player initially, but a Barcelona mistake means Chelsea have possession again. Basingwa back to Lampard. Lampard into Essien. Essien being hustled here, and Essien did really well. Had he lost possession, then Barcelona were going to get clean through. As it is, the ball is back with Cech. Cech hits it away towards the far side of the field. Anelka out-jumped. I don't think Anelka's done anything of consequence at all. Here's Ballack. No, Ballack couldn't get to the ball before Eto'o. What's going on here?
Basingwa's misplaced pass.
Goodness gracious. Iniesta down the left side, faced by Basingwa. He beats Basingwa. He's on the edge of the penalty area, a yard outside the penalty area rather. Back to Xavi. Daniel Alves. Flicks it infield, and it's lashed away to safety by Essien, out of play on the far side of the field. Barcelona are just going to have to have a pot at goal at some stage.
You would say so.
We know that Alves can strike a terrific free kick. Presumably he can do it, from open play as well. Xavi on to Alves. Over the 20 yards over the halfway line. Right side for Barcelona. Back to Xavi. Busquets available. It's played to Busquets, roll to Busquets. On it goes to the left side. Iniesta running at Basingwa into the penalty area. Basingwa didn't know anything about that at all, but it was cleared by Terry. And here's Drogba. Drogba was fouled there, kept his footing, feeds it through. Anelka chases after it, but the defender gets there first, Abidal, and it goes back to Valdez.
Yeah, there was no way that Anelka was going to get on the end of that, there was there?
He's not justifying his selection, Anelka.
Well, they think that the bottom line, Alan, is, all right, you might not play well, but you can work your socks off, can't you?
Yeah.
And you can cause Barcelona a problem defensively.
Here's Iniesta running forward. Iniesta back to Xavi. Again, he declines to shoot. Again, he tries to flick a clever pass in towards Eto'o. Doesn't get it right, and it was chested back to goalkeeper Cech. And here comes the fourth official. Is it 3 minutes? 3 minutes. That's what we've got. It's about right. I'm still not entirely happy, Mark. I know Chelsea are leading, but I just think that if Barcelona change their approach ever so slightly, they'll get back into this game.
Yeah, Chelsea are not comfortable at the moment. But it's an intriguing, absorbing game.
Yeah, it's very... Do you feel the tension? I do. I mean, after 11 minutes last night at the Emirates, it could have nodded off. Knew there was no chance of Arsenal getting back into it. But Chelsea poised to join Manchester United in the final in Rome. A long way to go. A second half to go. Here's Iniesta beating Essien on the far side, and then he's tackled by the fullback Basingwa out of play for a Barcelona throw-in. We're in stoppage time at the end of the first half here. Abidal to take the throw. What is he, 10 yards over the halfway line? Throws it to Keita, back to Abidal. And now Piqué. And I don't know what the whistles are for. Chelsea fans unhappy that Barcelona have possession, or unhappy that we're in the stoppage time and the referee hasn't blown his whistle. Here's Eto'o. Back to Xavi. Xavi flicks it forward. Took a deflection off a Chelsea player. And here's Bosingwa. What are you doing? What are you doing, Bosingwa? Just clear it. He's having a mare. Absolute mare. He's lucky he came off a Barcelona player. I had to play for a throw-in.
I think the chalkboard will be out at half-time for Chelsea, won't it? And Anelka and Bosingwa.
Yeah, I think everybody else is doing the job really well.
The other thing as well, and I don't know if you've noticed, that when the ball's down sort of Chelsea's right, and Barcelona have got it down their left, obviously, Malouda is so tucked in, it's frightening.
Here's Messi, on towards Eto'o. Eto'o's quick, but on that occasion, well done, Bosingwa. Got to praise him at some stage, I suppose. Gets the ball back to Cech, and Cech for the clearance to the halfway line. Headed back by Busquets, headed away by Alex. Headed down by Yaya Toure, and Piqué has the ball. Another minute of stoppage time to be played here. Chelsea lead Barcelona 1-0. Iniesta slips, still manages to get to his feet again, holds off 2 Chelsea challenges, but not the third. That was from Frank Lampard. Lampard thinks even Lampard thought he fouled Iniesta. Was holding his hand up an apology, but the referee didn't give a free kick anyway. Piqué over the halfway line, running through the centre circle now. Daniel Alves is down the right. It's played to Messi. Messi so quick, holding off Malouda. Brilliant from the Argentine. Messi, what's he doing now? Biting a bad challenge. He's hoping for a free kick. No, he spins away. Gives it to Alves. Alves whips in the cross toward the far post, but Bosingwa chests the ball behind for a corner.
I think they missed out there with Messi. Too many touches. He could have played Alves in early, and then Alves could have got the early crossing.
Last chance of the first half for Barcelona to grab an equaliser. Iniesta's corner played short. And now Xavi's got a second chance to shoot. Shoots it, goal, takes a deflection. It's another corner. Appeals for handball. No, the referee's blown his whistle. Half time. Eto'o is furious. He wants a corner, but the referee's played his stoppage time.
Listen, it's half time. It's half time.
Full stop.
But Chelsea.
Ask Clive Thomas.
Chelsea walk in slightly relieved, but it sounds a bit strange saying that when they've had the best chances, Alan. They should have had a penalty as well, could have been at least 2-0 up, but Barcelona have lots and lots of the ball. The movement of the forward players, midfield players, have been very, very good indeed. But at the moment, Petr Cech has not had a save to make. So from Chelsea's point of view, they'll be pleased about that. I don't think Hiddink will be, though. I think he'll sit down and give them a little bit of a talking to, and just try and arrange down Chelsea's right to make them more difficult to play against. And Anelka's got to get in front of Bosingwa and deny some space for Eto'o and Abidal raiding down that side.
Just want to have a quick word with Tom, the referee, as he goes off. Tom, when it's inside the penalty area and it's a foul, it's a penalty. Half-time 1-0 Chelsea.
Lampard tries to chip it up. Ball deflects up in the air. Michael Essien with his shot. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Michael Essien! It's an absolute blockbuster from 5 yards outside the penalty area. Chelsea have the lead against Barcelona.
This one's a real semi-final unlike last night, as I should say, after Manchester United totally destroyed Arsenal within the first 10 minutes. Hang on, here's Simon Brotherton.
Thank you, Mark. Chelsea 45 minutes away from the final. Barcelona hoping not to lose out in Europe on English soil for the 3rd year running. Manchester United beating them in the semi-final last year. Liverpool in the last 16 the year before that. No changes by either side at the break. We're ready to go here. The teams straight out and lined up and ready to go here. Chelsea with Cech in goal. Bosingwa, Terry, Alex and Cole at the back. Ballack and Essien in front of them. Lampard further forward with Anelka on the right, Malouda on the left and Drogba through the centre. Barcelona, Valdez in goal. Then it's Alves, Piqué, Toure and Abidal at the back. Busquets, Xavi and Seydou Keita with Messi, Eto'o and Iniesta. The story of the match so far, one shot on goal. The goal scored
and what
by
a shot
Michael Essien, and what a shot it was as well. But Barcelona, for all their play, and they had probably about 70% of the play in the first half, didn't really do that much with it. And Mark, they just seem to be constantly trying to roll the ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, but I don't know about you. I get this feeling. I was talking to Alan Green at half-time as well. I think Barcelona have definitely got a goal in them, haven't they? I do feel Chelsea will need another one.
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you, being as they've got 146 already this season.
Is that all?
In 55 matches, incredible record. But none so far in the first leg or the first half of the second. Long way to go, though, in this semi-final, you sense. Iniesta on the left-hand side, supported by Abidal. Lovely little back flick from the Frenchman. Iniesta just outside the penalty area, left-hand side, tackled by Bozingwa. Down he goes, and it's a free kick to Barcelona. Probably, 10 yards outside the area, just about?
Yeah, and it's a daft tackle. It's daft because... Basing was making Iniesta twist and turn, didn't want to come inside, decided to turn outside. He'd done his job defensively, and then he just caught him on the foot.
Not a great spot to give away a free kick either.
No.
So Barcelona 10 yards outside the box, left of centre. It's nearer the left-hand edge of the penalty area than the D. Dani Alves is standing near the ball. Iniesta's not far away. Guardiola's doing his fruit on the touchline. In fact, he was standing on the pitch then, trying to get his instructions across. Xavi is standing near the ball as well. 4 men in the Chelsea wall. Messi comes out of the way. Xavi rolls it into the centre. Back to Alves, who launches the ball. Guardiola goes absolutely mad, and the ball, I kid you not, ends up halfway back upstairs in the shed. It was an appalling shot.
Well, the thing about that, though, was that Guardiola eventually got Iniesta's attention, and he put his hand up, which was a signal, and Iniesta acknowledged him, saying, yeah, I'm going to go and do that one. And obviously they didn't.
Guardiola waving his arms around, highly animated, I think, is the
still in conversation with, I think, Xavi, isn't it?
Ball in the centre now, and Iniesta collects it. Bozingwa puffing and blowing, trying to keep tabs on him, as Iniesta just rolls it back now to Abidal. Short in ball to Keita. Keita back to Iniesta. Beautiful quick feet away from Bozingwa. Tracking back, though, is Lampard, and Lampard gets tangled up with Iniesta, and it is Chelsea's ball. And Lampard had to do a fair amount of defensive work. There's an argument going on here between Guardiola, the coach of Barcelona, and the captain, Xavi, who's standing near the centre circle.
Interesting that was as well.
Free kick taken by Bozingwa. Didier Drogba beaten in the air, but Chelsea have it. Right hand side, midway inside the Barcelona half, with Essien. Tries to slide it through towards Anelka, but again Anelka beaten to the ball. Barcelona trying to pass their way forward from the back. Piqué finds Seydou Keita. Keita up to the halfway line, just in from the dugouts. Rolls the ball down the left wing towards Iniesta. Midway inside the Chelsea half. Chelsea leading 1-0 on the night, 1-0 on aggregate, but if Barcelona score, they would be in the driving seat because it would be an away goal. So a 1-1 draw would put Barcelona through. 1-0 it is, though. Xavi rolling it to the right-hand side. In space is Alves. Alves forward towards Messi. Rather worryingly, we haven't seen too much of Messi here so far in this second period, as he rolls the ball in now to Busquets. Busquets is through the centre, chips the ball into the penalty area, and Keita swings his left leg, tries to get to the ball, but Ballack is there standing bolt upright, and he deflects it behind for a corner.
Probably just as well, because Bozingwa was all over the place again.
Barcelona corner, in front of the corner where the travelling fans are. A few flashbulbs popping off there behind Xavi as he prepares to take it now. Right-footed in-swinger in towards the near post. Essien's there. There's a little shout from Barcelona's players for a handball, but they're not going to get it. They've got another corner, though.
I don't know why Essien didn't come and head that, Sam. He just seemed to let it hit his body.
Xavi with another corner for Barcelona here. Over it comes in towards the near post, and this time Essien does it, and he heads the ball clear, and it goes out of play down below us here, nearer the halfway line than anything else. But Iniesta taking the throw quickly back to Eric Abidal. Abidal square into the centre now, and Alves time to look up, rolls the ball underneath his studs, just pokes it over the halfway line, and a rather casual pass towards Messi on the far side, but Messi's feet are so quick he evades 2 tackles. Back into Alves. Alves goes to ground, and Barcelona are going to have a free kick on the halfway line.
Yeah, foul by Anelka, wasn't it? And Anelka starting the second half more centrally. Essien, if anything, seems to be over this side a little bit at the moment.
Chelsea leading by 1-0. Gus Hiddink standing up next to the bench at the moment. Very anxious look on his face, which of course is so understandable. This is such a big game for him in his short tenure with Chelsea. Whatever happens, he'll leave with a final. His last match, the FA Cup final against Everton on the 30th of May. The Champions League final the previous Wednesday, the 27th. But Chelsea leading the way so far, 1-0, as Xavi plays the ball along the ground, away to Alves, right-hand side, midway inside the Chelsea half, leaves it for Messi, wise thing to do, back inside to Xavi again, Busquets in the centre, tall, lean, 20-year-old, to the left-hand side, and Iniesta has Abidal running ahead of him, rolls it in towards the edge of the box, and it nearly fell through to Keita, who wasn't quite alert enough to get hold of the ball. Lampard's back for Chelsea to get it away, via Drogba, now it's with Busingwa, closed down by Keita, and fouled, and it will be a free kick to Chelsea, just in from the touchline, and Pep Guardiola doesn't like it.
It was nudged there was no doubt about it.
Interesting as well, just looking at the two coaches. Hiddink won this competition as long ago as 1988, 21 years ago, and there he is standing alongside Guardiola, who has the potential to be a great coach over many years.
I tell you what, he looks fit enough to play still. Not Hiddink, obviously. Anelka through the middle and Drogba on the right. I wonder what the thinking is about behind that.
Well, we'll wait and see as Barcelona give the ball away. It's collected by Ashley Cole in the centre. Ballack playing it square towards Malouda. Malouda can't feed it forward towards Cole, who'd run across to the left-hand side, but Chelsea got a throw in inside their own half of the field on the left, which Ashley Cole is going to take. Cole looks round, considers what his options are. Down the left wing it goes, and Anelka has gone out towards the left-hand side again. He's beaten to the ball by Yaya Touré, but Chelsea have it back once again, in towards the centre. Anelka racing clear into the penalty area, square to Drogba, great shooting chance, he's beaten the defender, good save by Valdez, and Valdez stood up strong, and the ball hit his right foot and away went. And Chelsea so close, into the side netting it goes from Florent Malouda.
And it's deflected for a corner, but I tell you what, Simon, it's a brilliant save by Valdez with his right foot. Doesn't matter what part of the body, it was absolutely brilliant. Drogba did fantastic, invited and stuck the defender in, an outstanding save.
Great chance for Drogba, but Valdez equal to it. It stays at 1-0, but that's got the crowd going, and Chelsea have a corner now on their right, which Frank Lampard prepares to take. Two good saves from Valdez tonight. Over it comes once more, headed away by Busquets in front of the near post towards Iniesta, who can't control it. Essien heads the ball away towards the left-hand side. Flag goes up near side against Lampard as he tries to go and get the ball into the centre, but I thought Chelsea were going to be two up there. That really opened up for Drogba for a moment.
Well, I think once Drogba sold the defender the dummy, and just thought he's just going to place this either side of Valdez. It was a good ball from Anelka, great awareness as well. I thought he'll just place this, it's on his left foot, and he scuffed it really more than anything. But don't take anything away from the save, but it was a scuff.
He's kept him in it, hasn't he, Valdez, in a way, because he made that save from that free kick on the left in the first half as well, where the ball went flashing across the 6-yard box. Barcelona trailing Chelsea by 1-0 here on the night. 1-0 on aggregate. Michael Essien with the goal, and what a goal it was as well on 9 minutes.
And now Anelka's back on the right, Drogba through the middle.
Piqué to Yaya Touré. Touré over the halfway line, tracked by Drogba. Long ball down the right-hand side. Powering forward is Alves to the byline. Gets across into the centre. It goes just behind Seydou Keita, who was in the middle of the penalty area. Back out to Xavi. Chelsea are just holding off a little bit here now. Barcelona coming on to them more. Right-hand side, Dani Alves again. Alves crossing the ball into the centre. It was an awkward one. It was a stooping header away by John Terry, and then volleyed clear high and long by Michael Ballack. Nodded down by Touré, who got there ahead of Drogba. Collected by Piqué. Piqué along the floor to the left-hand side. Midway inside the Chelsea half. Iniesta now, scuttling away from Busingwa. Plays it square. Xavi with a shooting chance. And Ashley Cole throws everything in front of the ball, about 2 yards away from Xavi, and deflects it away towards the left-hand corner flag, where it's scooped down the left wing by Malouda, but he's given the ball away. Alves again with a chance to put the ball into the box, and this time he balloons it miles over the bar into the upper tier of the stand.
And I don't know if you saw on the monitor, he straight away turned around and blamed somebody else, as you do.
Well, that's twice he's gone for the upper tier in the second half, Dani Alves. He's got a yellow card in the first. If Barcelona get through, he won't be playing in the final. Happy birthday. Busingwa in possession on the right for Chelsea, up towards the halfway line, just rolls it to Anelka. It was a lazy little flick into the air which enabled Iniesta to get the ball momentarily, and but really he's lucky that Chelsea have got it back with Michael Essien. Ball bouncing between the two teams a little bit. The bullish Essien has it on the halfway line. 5 Live Sport Champions League semi-final, second leg, live from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0 here. 10 minutes played in the second half. Here come Chelsea up towards the edge of the penalty area. Left-hand angle of the box with Malouda. The cross is too high. high, and it lands in the third row of the crowd just beyond the far post.
I thought once he started to run at the defender, Alves, I thought Malouda should have just played Ashley Cole in, and he could have just whipped across in early left foot.
There's an urgency about Barcelona here as well. They might be in possession now with Alves on the right-hand side. He's seeing a lot of the ball at the moment. Now Messi through the centre, midway inside the Chelsea half, and the ball just gets caught between Seydou Keita's feet. I think Messi was actually aiming for Iniesta, and it inadvertently Seydou Keita got in the way, but it's on the halfway line with Chelsea. Lampard launches it into the centre. It's Touré against Drogba, the two Ivorians having a real physical duel, and Drogba's up for it, he wants it. Touré goes diving in, and Drogba throws himself around on the floor. He can't believe that he hasn't got a penalty, but he always can't believe he hasn't got a penalty. And away come Barcelona.
And he needs to get up as well, by the way. Get up and get on with the game.
Well, for a moment there, those two big, tall, powerful players went mano a mano, and then in the end it ended up predictably with Drogba on the floor. But now here come Barcelona into the penalty area. Beautiful mazy run by Iniesta. Left, right, left, and in the end he just ran out of space.
You know what, Simon? He was brilliant, Iniesta. He got himself in a shooting position and should have just blasted it at the goal. It's a complete waste.
Moments ago at the other end of the field, Yaya Touré and Didier Drogba having a real tussle there, the pair of them, but Drogba, sometimes you just wish that he would stay on his feet. Touré went diving in to make the tackle on him that time.
I think they were both pulling and pushing and then shoving each other. I'll tell you what, the actual tackle at the end was very good from Touré.
Piqué in possession on the halfway line. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. 12 minutes played in the second half. Essien with the goal in the 9th minute. 1-0 on aggregate as well. At the moment, Chelsea are going into the final. If Barcelona equalise, they would be going through with the away goal, because it was 0-0 in Barcelona last week. Anelka, right of centre, playing the ball forward, midway inside the Barcelona half, tracking back towards the halfway line is Ballack, supported by Buzingwa, who can't get the full ball forward to Anelka. It deflects off Busquets, and well, you know that time's ticking away because Guardiola is up on his feet. He's up and down like a yo-yo here in this second half. This great season that Barcelona are having, the big prize could be slipping away from them here.
That's why he's so fit. Never sits down.
Buzingwa with the throw. And everybody in the East Stand here at Stamford Bridge getting to their feet and cheering on their team, because Chelsea in the box seat at the moment now. Barcelona with the ball. Kicking from right to left in this second half. Yellow shirts, navy shorts, yellow socks. Chelsea, blue shirts and shorts and white socks. It's with Yaya Touré, turns away from trouble. Finds Xavi. Xavi into the centre circle, and Sergi Busquets. Busquets forward, short now to Messi. Messi with that scuttling little run of his. Forward it goes to the edge of the penalty area. Slipped by Alex. Oh, it nearly went through to Samuel Eto'o, but Buzingwa was there to clear the ball away to the far side.
Well done, Buzingwa, this time. Pessimistic for a defender, which is the way you've got to be.
Oh, it was nearly Kieran Gibbs all over again there as Alex slipped at the vital moment, but he was helped out by his Portuguese teammate. Xavi has possession. He's trying to find the little key to open the door of this Chelsea defence. Away to the right-hand side, and Alves can't get the cross in past Malouda. Malouda's down there near the corner flag. Down it goes. Down goes Alves. Alves says, why haven't I got a free kick? But Barcelona, I do believe, have got a corner on that far side.
They have. Just a little bit of a worry for Chelsea that the game is starting to open up a bit more. And I don't think Chelsea can afford to do that, Simon.
They played the best part of an hour here. It's still 1-0, but Barcelona pushing hard. They've got a corner right-hand side, and it's not a very good one at all from Xavi. Chelsea able to clear it easily from the near side of the penalty area. It's launched midway inside the Barcelona half. Victor Valdez, all in black, the Barca goalkeeper, clears the ball right-footed, high and long, down the right wing. It's headed away by Ashley Cole into the crowd on the far side, and Barcelona have a throw-in here. It is the slenderest of margins by which Chelsea lead this Champions League tie. The contrast with last night could hardly be greater. Are we going to see a repeat of last year's final? Manchester United lying in wait for the winners. Barcelona in possession. Advantage played by the referee from Norway, Tom Henning Øvrebø. On the halfway line, it's with Piqué, right-footed again, sprays it down the right-hand flank. He's looking for the support this time of Alves, and once again, it's not a very good ball into the centre. Buzingwa chests it down and hoiks it clear from down near the corner flag. Doesn't reach the halfway line, and Anelka's there. He finds Xavi in his way, and Xavi reclaims possession. Piqué under pressure from Lampard. Busquets tries to help him out. Barcelona, as they always do, passing their way out of trouble. Neat little interchange there between Xavi and Eric Abidal. Abidal in possession. Chelsea Chelsea leading by 1-0 here with an hour played exactly. Messi to the near side, excellent ball, level with the edge of the penalty area. Iniesta skirting infield, tries a little 1-2, ball bounces for Keita, who tries a shot on the turn. He spun, he was just inside the penalty area towards the right of the D, and he put it high over the bar.
I mean, Iniesta came in, he had half a yard in which to strike the shot at goal, and decides to play, we're talking about the perfect goal again, decides to play the ball into Messi for the 1-2. Hit the ball, have a shot.
Great noise inside Stamford Bridge. Great noise. Anxiety, anticipation, excitement, it's all mixed into a melting pot here. Chelsea leading by that 1 goal scored by Michael Essien after 9 minutes, have possession. Lampard with a little volley to the left and Ashley Cole. Cole's got a little bit of space here and he slips as he crosses in towards the centre. Drogba chests it down, Essien's in support, Drogba stays on the floor. Barcelona come away with the ball. They've got a player injured as well. I think it's Busquets who's holding his mouth. Drogba's holding his head. I think Busquets may have just headed the back of Drogba's head by mistake.
Yeah.
The referee stops the game. Maybe a little chance here for the two coaches to make their feelings known to their players momentarily.
If they get a chance, I would have thought so, certainly.
Getting so close to another final. He was very unlucky. I mean, as we said earlier, he won it with PSV. But Drogba staying on the floor at the moment, by the way, receiving some treatment. But I reckon he'll be all right.
He'll be absolutely fine. And well done, the referee. He's trying to wave everybody away, say, look, I'm sorting this out. Go away. Don't come whinging to me and moaning about anything. There's Drogba getting on his feet. Shock.
Hiddink lost out on the away goals rule with PSV to AC Milan 4 years ago, and PSV very unlucky in that two-legged tie.
And nobody fancied them, did they? They were brilliant.
No, they lost 2-0 in the first leg and won the second leg 3-1 at home, and Milan scored right at the end of the game.
But they missed about 10 chances, if I remember, on that night.
Gomez played in goal for them.
Yeah, that's all right in that league. There was no crosses, was there?
They were very unfortunate. He'll be desperate that an away goal doesn't do for him again here. And Barcelona, if you've just tuned in, trailing Chelsea by a 0-0. But if they were to score, Chelsea would need to find another one. Xavi playing it forward now towards Samuel Eto'o. Ball breaks away from the Cameroon striker, and Ashley Cole clears it through the air down the left wing. Malouda goes chasing after it, and he sends Busquets sprawling over on the far side. It's Barcelona's ball.
Daft. Busquets was struggling to get the ball, even if it goes out for throw and leave it. The moment now, it's got to be a free kick, and you can clonk this 70 yards. Well, anybody but Barcelona might have done.
Chelsea have done well so far, haven't they, to restrict Barcelona in the way they have in terms of the, Checa's had a lot of busier matches than this one so far.
But I will say also, Simon, that they've contributed to that themselves a little bit. Barcelona, they want an extra pass or an extra touch.
European version of Arsenal at times, perhaps.
At times, yes.
Piqué to the near side, collected by Iniesta. Iniesta 10 yards outside the penalty area, left of centre, rolls it into the box, and Eto'o says, well, I can't reach that. And it goes through to Cech, who stands there, takes his time and picks the ball up.
Come in and have a shot. Come in and have a shot.
They won't shoot unless they can almost roll the ball over the line, it would seem. Forward comes Chelsea again. Drogba inside the penalty area, tries to bring it under control. Abidal makes a hash of clearing it. Drogba has it, right hand angle of the penalty area. Back with Essien, the goal scorer. Essien's got two Barcelona players in front of him. Back towards Anelka. Now out on this right touchline to Essien again. Essien's cross goes right across the face of the 6-yard box and out of play over on the far side.
Tell you what a good cross as well. For once, Frank Lampard was stood still. Normally, he's hunting and sniffing. He's in on the end of those crosses.
I think he's hunting and looking for the tooth he probably lost in the first half. He's a real bang in the mouth that Lampard had. But anyway, he's playing on as Touré clears the ball, comes bouncing back towards him. The referee from Norway spots a foul, and it will be Barcelona's ball deep inside their own half of the field. 19 minutes played in the second half here. 1-0 Chelsea. Barcelona haven't had a shot on target so far in this match. Nope. Which is a surprise when you consider how many goals that they have scored this season. Abidal over the halfway line into the centre towards Busquets. Real test here for Barcelona, who've had this excellent season. Chelsea playing well and having the advantage. Messi in possession. Into the centre now with Xavi up towards the edge of the penalty area. Eto'o back to goal, plays it square in towards Messi again. Messi's closed down, but Messi just squirts away from Ashley Cole and gets the shot in. He was right behind the D, 25 yards out, but it goes high and wide.
Well, it's more like it, isn't it? At least you're trying to score now.
Well, at least he bought a ticket.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if the story is right about Manchester City trying to sign Eto'o after the first sort of 1 2/3 games we've seen, won't be too sure about that, by the way, against an English team who are big and strong and can defend.
Ball played long, and now chasing into the area, goes down under pressure from Abidal. And what's the referee given here? I think it's a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area, and Abidal looked like he was the last defender. It's a red card. Abidal sent off. He did look like the last defender. Barcelona are going to be down to 10 men here for the final quarter of the match.
And Guardiola is not complaining. He straight away said to his assistant, what should we do? I think the both of them got their heads together and thought, what shall we do? So, I mean, there's no doubt about it. He was pulled back.
Two players are down. One of them, I think, is PK, midway inside the Chelsea half of the field. There's a Chelsea player as well. It looks like it might be Didier Drogba who's on the floor. So two players are receiving treatment, and Abidal has been given his marching orders.
He doesn't want to come off, though.
Chelsea supporters wondering whether this is going to be their night. Barcelona's players still arguing with the referee from Norway.
He's not going to change his mind, boys.
Abidal's still there trying to change the referee's mind.
I think we all thought maybe he pulled Anelka back. It looked like he might have just clipped his heels.
Abidal's off. The first Barcelona player to be sent off in the Champions League for 11 years. The last one was Guardiola, the coach, who just stands there and looks at the floor. Abidal disappears down the tunnel.
More importantly, Guardiola didn't even give half a blink to Abidal. So there's been no complaints. He's trying to work out now what to do.
Deep in thought, hands in pockets, looking at the floor. Just rubs his hand across his face. Talks with his assistants. No argument at all from the Barcelona coach here, as Drogba is helped to his feet and this time is limping with his arms over the shoulders of the Chelsea medical staff, very, very gingerly towards the near side. We wait to see the outcome of that.
Well, the other thing, Hiddink just sent one of his assistants to go and get one of the players, I presume, warming it away to our right-hand side. We can't see.
Meanwhile,
Kalou, Simon, maybe.
Drogba's standing on his feet but doesn't look terribly comfortable. Member of the Chelsea backroom team now comes jogging back towards the dugout. Chelsea's substitutes limbering up. They've got a free kick in a great position here with Malouda standing by the ball. And the shot about to come in from Lampard, who puts it wide. We're midway through the second half here in this Champions League semi-final second leg. Chelsea lead Barcelona 1-0 on the night, 1-0 on aggregate. Barcelona down to 10 men for the rest of the game. What a finale. Taking us through to the final whistle, Alan Green.
Drogba's back on. Is it just nervous tension that makes me think it's not over yet? Actually, Drogba doesn't look too clever, does he?
No. The problem is he goes over so often now, and you're thinking,
you don't know whether he's crying it up. Here's Xavi to Messi. Barcelona with 10 men needing to score. Iniesta into Messi again. Messi, the number 10 for Barcelona. Back now to Iniesta. Now Eto'o. Eto'o surrounded by blue shirts. Plays it back. Xavi, the captain, onto the left side. And here's Keita. Keita's probably dropped back into that left full-back role. Abidal sent off. Shot driven in by Xavi. Hits a Chelsea player. Drogba's still hobbling around. Here's Xavi again to Alves down the far side. 21 minutes to go. Plus, heaven only knows how much stoppage time. Chelsea are definitely going to make a change. Belletti's going to come on. Here's Iniesta.
As I say, he'll play on the right and stick Anelka through the middle.
Alves to Iniesta once more. And they're trying to walk it through Barcelona. Messi. Dazzling little run every now and again, but where does it go? To Keita. Keita back to Xavi. 25 yards from goal, 30 yards from goal. To Alves. Alves to the far side. And Iniesta. Iniesta once more to Alves, and Alves crosses wildly overhit, and that's behind, is it, for a goal kick? It is. All that for that.
Yeah.
And we've had the one shot from Barcelona, and we've had nothing from inside the penalty area.
No, nothing whatsoever.
Nothing at all. Belletti, do you think he's going to try to just tighten things up here?
Well, I think he'd just come and play on the right, wouldn't he? And Drogba at the moment, we can run now. Look, he stopped limping because the ball came near him.
Yeah,
I was going to say...
it's hard to love him, isn't it? You know?
Well, because you just don't know,
if you're not a Chelsea fan, it is hard to love him. He's a terrific player, but my goodness. He's chasing after the ball now. Valdez screws the clearance straight into the West Stand, and it's a throw-in to Chelsea on the far side of the field. And we've got less than 20 minutes to go here on 5 Live. Reminding you of the score, Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. That's also the aggregate score. Throw-in goes to Malouda on the far side. Malouda gets away from 2 challenges, plays it back. Lampard should take the deflection. Valdez saves.
Yeah, it was a good save in the end. Completely had to change direction himself with the deflection.
Valdez clears it upfield quickly. Iniesta chases after it. Head out of play by Bosingwa. You know, we thought that Iniesta down the left side might be a bit of a weakness. Bosingwa hasn't dealt with him at all night.
Here comes Belletti.
For Drogba.
Drogba doesn't want to come off now.
But I'm sorry, you play acted too much.
Exactly.
Son. Get off. Goodness gracious. I wasn't really hurt. I was just, you know... anyway, he's going to be replaced. So Anelka's going through the middle, Belletti's down the right. Look at Drogba's face. Now, go on, you explain to the coach that you're only just play acting. Well, he only wants to shake everybody's hand. Yeah, I'm okay. No, I'm okay.
Going up the tunnel, that's nice of him.
Yeah, good of him to sit on the bench and support his colleagues. Anyway, play continues. Lampard, back to Bosingwa. Good ball to Essien. Excellent control by the goal scorer. Just over the halfway line, and he was looking for a free kick, didn't get it, and it's out of play. Oh no, Drogba has come out. Maybe someone's reminded him it's not the done thing to go up the tunnel, son.
No,
you've got to sit out there and support your team.
They locked the door.
Here's Piqué forward. Piqué overran that ball, and it was a foul tackle by Piqué. Quite right, the referee gives a free kick to Chelsea.
Yeah, he's looked like for a moment his foot was coming over the ball when he went to tackle Ashley Cole.
Definitely. So, just to reiterate, Abidal's been sent off. Keita has gone to left back. Messi's now sort of centre about... It's like 4-1-3-1.
Yes, Messi just predominantly going to play off Etu.
Barcelona, a man short and a goal short. And remember, Alves will already miss the final because of a yellow card he received in the first half. That's, of course, if Barcelona were to go through to Rome. And now they'd also be missing Abidal. Marquez is going to be out for the season. Bit short of defenders, aren't they? Ball played to Alves on the far side of the field, and he gets it all wrong, and the ball squirted forward in the direction of Anelka, but ahead of the Frenchman and through to Valdez.
Well, they're going to start taking chances now, aren't they, Barcelona? They have to.
They have to. That's a foul by Essien on Iniesta's rolling around. There's no need for that. It's a free kick, nothing worse than that.
Well, I don't think it was that bad yet.
Get up. Look, he's already rolled over at least twice. And the Norwegian referee's absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with him. Did he get a yellow card out there? The referee?
Yes, for Essien.
For Essien.
Yeah.
Right, well, at least there was no yellow card against his name before the game started. Ballack, Anelka and Alex were the vulnerable players in the Chelsea team. Free kick taken. And here's Xavi, the captain of the Catalans, to Etu. Back to Busquets. Etu again. What has he done all night? Why would you pay 30 million quid for him? Alves to Etu. Etu plays it back into his own half to Yaya Toure and has played through the centre circle to Piqué. I count 16 minutes left plus considerable stoppage time. Messi now taking it up, running away from Terry. Terry trying to run with him. Play to the right side to Alves. Alves cross in towards the near post. Headed clear by Michael Ballack. Very quietly, Michael Ballack's had an excellent game. You know, he hasn't done much in an attacking sense, but defensively, he's been great. Here's Lampard down the far side of the field. Belletti running into an attacking position. And Knuckles already there. Good ball by Lampard to Essien. Essien might have a pop here. No, he's being hustled by Alves, but still gets the pass to Belletti. Belletti's cross takes a deflection, bounces awkwardly, for Chelsea at least, and Xavi hooks the clearance to the halfway line. Terry heads it down on the far side of the field. It's with Malouda. Malouda running forward to Anelka. Anelka to Lampard, on to Essien. Another goal now will kill them off. Here's Anelka into the penalty area. The flag's up for offside.
Yeah, Belletti was a ball actually. Belletti was on. Just before that move started, Alan, Hiddink was out the bench moaning at Anelka. Work harder.
Xavi hasn't stopped working tonight, to be fair to him. Plays it to Iniesta down the left side. Iniesta steps away from the singles he's done all evening. Back to Xavi, and Xavi hits it from left to right. Great ball to Alves on the far side of the field, the fullback. He's more like a right winger and has been since half-time. Into Iniesta. It wasn't a great pass. Iniesta, not surprisingly, loses it. Here's Lampard on towards Anelka. Anelka feeds it to the left to Malouda. On towards Anelka. Not a good pass. And it's played back by Piqué to Valdez.
Just got a little bit too excited, Malouda, didn't he? He could have. There was no pressure on him with the ball as well. Could have just kept hold of it.
Remember that if Barcelona were to score, that would be enough. Alex with a clearance, not a great one. Messi picks it up, fouled by Alex. Alex is going to miss the final. Yellow card.
Yeah, just took him out completely. No argument. In fact, I think it was his poor first touch. In the first instance, it was where he lunged to the ball and just played Messi in, and then he just took him across his midriff, basically.
Well, I'm just hoping that Daniel Alves can continue to shoot badly. But he's got another opportunity here. 13 minutes to go. So Alex, if Chelsea get through to Rome, will not play against Manchester United in the Champions League final. Carvalho didn't figure tonight because of injury. You know, they'll want him back. Free kick to Barcelona. 25 yards from goal. Xavi is there, but it's surely the orange boots that will flash this ball goalwards towards Czech. Daniel Alves with an opportunity here for Barcelona. An away goal would take them through. Alves stepping back from the ball now. Only 5 paces back, 6. Stops. Legs not akimbo. Not like Ronaldo. Here comes the Brazilian. Right-footed, drives it in. Too high.
Yeah. Bit of pace. It dipped as well, but was never threatening Czech's goal.
Etu places the ball in the 6-yard box for Czech to take the goal kick.
That's the most he's moved all the game.
Yeah, it'd be a good buy, wouldn't he, for the Abu Dhabi owners? You've got to buy. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. You've got to buy the right players. Czech with a goal kick. Anelka jumps, heads it down, but only to Daniel Alves. Chelsea with a man advantage, but they mustn't just sit back here. There are opportunities to get the second goal, and that would kill Barcelona. Piqué strides forward towards the halfway line. 12 minutes left for play here in 5 Live. Good ball towards Alves down the right side. Lovely volleyed pass back to Xavi. Xavi into Busquets, ahead of the centre circle. Where's he going? Playing it back to Piqué. Chelsea seem happy to let Barcelona have possession. They haven't been hurt by Barcelona's possession the whole game. One shot at goal isn't tantamount to much, is it? That wasn't a good pass by Piqué. Anelka chases after it. Yaya Toure slips. Anelka has it. Anelka running forward into the penalty area, and he goes down. Is that a penalty? What? He's given it, has he? No, it's a goal kick.
You know what? He was
thinking about it.
He well, I don't think he was. I think completely miscontrolled the ball in the end, Anelka, and just threw himself down to the floor, a la Drogba.
Man, even when Avribo sees a foul tackle in the penalty area, he doesn't give a penalty kick. Remember the foul on Malouda in the first half? Inside the box. Gives a free kick outside. Xavi to Etu on the far side of the field. Messi is alone inside the Chelsea penalty area amongst the Chelsea defenders. Etu plays the ball back. Here's Alves. Alves now to Busquets. Busquets to Piqué. We're counting down the minutes. We've got 11 to go. And then I would think at least 3 to 4 minutes of stoppage time. Messi almost submerged in blue shirts. Gets the pass back to Xavi. On to Iniesta, left side. Basingua across. hasn't been much of an impediment tonight for Singwa on Iniesta. Iniesta's pass finds Xavi. Xavi flicks the ball towards the right side, taken on the chest by Alves. Alves crosses deep into the penalty area. Guess who was jumping for it for Barcelona? Messi. Piqué from the headed clearance up to the edge of the D, shoots just wide. Check had it covered.
Well, the other thing, at the start of the move, Malouda has to be aware that Alves basically is not playing right back anymore. He's just a right-sided midfield player who's bombing on, and Malouda has to be responsible for picking Alves up. Forget about going forward at the moment.
10 minutes to go. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. The only goal of this semi-final scored by Michael Essien 9 minutes into the first half of the second leg. Brilliant volley. It won't only be the Barcelona fans biting their nails, because 1-0 is just not comfortable enough for Chelsea. Busquets to Yaya Toure over the halfway line, more in his regular midfield position. Awful pass from Alves, lazy, and then as Lampard fed it forward, and out comes offside, only a couple of yards inside the opposition half. Free kick taken quickly. Messi runs forward, didn't get the pass right to Eto'o, and then left his boot in on Michael Ballack. That's a free kick.
Yeah, a waste from Messi as well, of all people.
Chelsea walk away from the ball, of course, as they would do in those circumstances. Eto'o retrieves it. Check to take the free kick. 9 minutes left for play. No hurry, Peter. Take it easy. That's it. False run. Go back again. Wave your arms. Don't waste another few seconds. Now he hits it left-footed towards Malouda on the far side. Malouda jumps well, heads it down, and now goes into the penalty. Handball, was it by Piqué? Well, the whole of the Matthew Harding stand thought it was handball by the defender.
So did I. I mean, my only argument might be that it was so close to him, but it certainly looked like he controlled the ball with his hand.
Well, we'll get another side of it now. It was Anelka flicking at handball.
Oh.
So that's 2 penalties that the Norwegian hasn't given. Oh, well. I'll give him the final, UEFA. That would be appropriate reward for a duff performance by a referee. Ball's played towards the halfway line, and Terry just lets it run out of play, and Terry just glaring upfield at the ball-headed Norwegian referee.
Alex having a word with his referee as well.
You would do.
More than one.
Dear, oh dear.
I don't suppose you happen to know the assistant manager is of Barcelona, but he's certainly got Guardiola's ear.
Yeah.
Well, they missed the tactics, man.
Here comes Ballack forward. Ballack goes down, loses the ball, but it breaks to Lampard. Lampard left edge of the penalty area. Can he get a ball in? No, he can't, but he's got a corner. Corner to Chelsea. And as long as they keep it in that half of the field, Chelsea are going through. Well, it did look like a penalty kick. Then we saw the replay, and it was obviously a penalty kick.
Bojan, I think, Alan's coming on.
Kirkic. You call him Bojan, we'll call him Kirkic.
Yeah. Well, what's on his shirt?
I know Bojan, but he is Kirkic, trust me. So, corner to Chelsea. From the left, Malouda finally takes it in towards the near post, but headed away by Barcelona. Messi plays it back. Now it's with Iniesta. Foul tackle by Lampard. Definitely foul tackle by Lampard, despite the protest of the Chelsea fans.
I thought he got the ball.
What does it say in your sheet, by the way? You see Kirkic, look, but he puts his first name on the shirt. He missed a terrific chance late in the game.
Did he ever?
Terrible header. Here's Anelka. Anelka loses the ball to Piqué. Piqué back to Toure. Taken up though by Xavi. 6.5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. 1-0 will be fine. 1-1 won't. Barcelona need to score. Here's Piqué for the 10 men. On to the number 10, Messi. Messi, awful pass. Lazy. Complacent. Driven straight to a Chelsea player, and Chelsea on the counter-attack. Lampard trying to feed it through towards Anelka. I think it hit Toure as much as anything else, and Toure keeps the ball in play.
I think Anelka might have been off anyway, Alan.
Into Xavi. Their approach is at least consistent, Barcelona. They're still trying to walk the ball in. Xavi to Alves. Back to Xavi. And on now to Iniesta. Iniesta steps away from Belletti, and then inevitably he was going to run into a Chelsea player. But Alex's clearance not great. Picked up by Piqué. Piqué plays a 1-2. Still going forward. Was that a handball? That one was a handball. And it's a free kick.
He was giving it because it wasn't in the penalty area, isn't he?
Yeah.
Anything
in the penalty area? No, I'm not giving that.
Mr. Norwegian knock on wood.
Yeah. Kirkic replacing Busquets. So he takes off a sort of holding midfield player, and Kirkic, diminutive though he is clearly a striker. He's having a word with Iniesta.
I think Iniesta and Xavi now are running the midfield, aren't they? Eto'o's on the left.
Eto'o left, Messi right, Kirkic through the middle.
Yeah.
Kirkic is probably the smallest player in the field. So he's ideal for any hopeful crosses into the penalty area. But it was a header that he missed at the Nou Camp on the far post. Inside the final 5 minutes here in 5 Live. Chelsea lead 1-0. Lampard on towards Anelka. Good interception. Oh, and then it breaks it. Anelka again, and Anelka tackle, and the ball breaks out of play on the far side of the field off Keita. Throw into Chelsea. Well, if he just controlled the ball, Anelka.
He just didn't expect it, did he?
You still feel the anxiety around Stamford Bridge. Chelsea fans know their team has the advantage, but an away goal would cancel it out. Throw goes to Cole. Cole heads it on. Edge of the penalty area. Cleared by Toure. Not picked up though by Iniesta. Lampard for Chelsea. Lampard chips it forward. It hit Alves. That wasn't a handball. Alves there. Now short of the halfway line. Lays it forward. Terry rushes forward. Makes the interception. Plays it towards Malouda. Malouda back now to Lampard. Malouda. Lampard into the penalty area. Good run. Good pass. Hessian shot. As he slipped. Blocked by the defender Piqué, and the chance is gone.
It's as though with Essien, he didn't really want it on his left foot, and he was trying to shift his weight to make sure it went on his right, and he ended up slipping.
Piqué over the halfway line. He's anxious to face a former club in Manchester United, but he knows that Barcelona have to score in order for that to happen in Rome on the 27th of May. Piqué's now up front on his own, headed away by Terry. That cross towards Piqué. Iniesta picks up the clearance. Iniesta plays it infield, and now it's with Xavi. Xavi on to Keita. Keita now to the left side, and Eto'o hasn't done a lot tonight, has he? Eto'o crosses, poor cross, partially blocked by Belletti, and then Keita can run it back and play it all the way to his goalkeeper Valdez, who only got 3 minutes to go, plus the stoppage time. That will be inevitable. Keita into Messi. Instant control by the Argentine. Centre to Chelsea half. Lovely ball forward. Iniesta. Messi falls over. It's still in the penalty area. Check tags on it. Thank goodness for that.
Eto'o's trying to chase the referee, thinking it was a foul. Looking, Guardiola's clapping. Sarcastically. No, Chelsea's clapping. Look.
Oh, well. Anyway, they've got their arms around each other now. Hiddink and Guardiola. I think there's mutual respect there, actually.
Oh, they might just love each other.
Yeah. Well, there's a scandal. Belletti to Anelka. Back to Essien. On to Lampard. Plenty of room now for Chelsea in the Barcelona half. Fed to the left to Malouda. Malouda controls it. Why didn't you just get the cross in? Now he passes it in to Lampard in the penalty area. Lampard tackled. Ball breaks behind off Iniesta. Corner to Chelsea. 2 minutes to go. I wonder how much time we're going to get added on.
Well, looking at Guardiola's body language, he's resigned to losing this game.
Looks like it. Winning La Liga is one thing, failing in the Champions League another. And what's happened
Offside.
there? Offside. Careless by Chelsea. Lampard took the corner kick, got it back from Malouda. Lampard offside. Free kick Barcelona. Here's Xavi. And Xavi runs the ball about 30 yards towards Piqué. Piqué into the centre circle now, and Piqué lays it to Kirkic to Messi. Messi spins away from a Chelsea player, feeds it to the left side to Eto'o level with the edge of the Chelsea penalty area, back towards Messi. The pass took a deflection. Messi had to exert great control. Messi, not a good ball. It's cleared by Chelsea. But here's Alves swinging the cross in. No, he doesn't. Instead, he plays it to the right side to Iniesta. Into the penalty area. Iniesta back to Alves. Alves, is he going to shoot? It's a cross, too deep a cross. Eto'o plays it back. The ball's behind the goal line. Goal kick Chelsea. And it was awful from Alves.
Still want to score the perfect goal. They will not at any stage just resort to trying to shoot. You know those two big white things either side with that thing across the middle?
I can tell you we'll have 4 minutes. And you know how I know? Because Ray Wilkins has just gone up to the fourth official, and I could lip read him. How are we having 4 minutes? That's what we're going to get. So we've got 4.5 minutes still to play. Foul by Anelka on Keita. Just needs a Barcelona goal. Chelsea know that. That's why the players are nervous. That's why the majority of the crowd inside Stamford Bridge is nervous. Piqué on the attack now. Heads the ball forward. Terry heads it away. Belletti jumps. Heads it down. Not better. Essien with an overhead kick towards the centre circle. Yaya Toure heads it back. Essien picks up that clearance, and then he gives it away when he could have found Ballack. Not clever. Messi collects now. Messi runs forward. Urgency. Piqué for Barcelona. Dilly-dally. Tackled by Lampard. Lampard clears to Belletti. Piqué fouls Belletti. Thank you very much. That's a free kick, and it is going to get booked. That's constant complaining to the referee.
Yeah, but I have to say, his constant complaining has far outperformed his actual play on the night.
Yeah. In other words, he's a loudmouth, but not a great footballer.
He's not worked his socks off for the team, I'll tell you that much. He'd be looking around the dressing room in a couple of minutes if Barcelona look at this and think, oh, you put it in, by the way, you didn't.
Have we seen the fourth official? Has he come out? Yeah, we have. And it is confirmation of what I thought, 4 minutes. We're into stoppage time. In fact, we nearly had a minute of those 4 minutes. Chelsea free kick taken to Malouda. Malouda exchanges passes with Essien. Where's he going? Loses the ball, does he? No. Belletti picks it up. Anelka's free. Belletti hasn't spotted him and wastes the opportunity. Shoots wide.
Yeah, the only good thing about that is it's gone behind.
Oh, have you just seen Anelka? Totally unmarked. It remains Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. And we've less than 3 minutes of stoppage time to go here at Stamford Bridge. Before the celebrations, we hope. Ballack heads the ball to Belletti. Belletti goes down. Soft free kick. Chelsea take it.
Well played, Belletti. Just invited the challenge from Keita, and Keita didn't disappoint him, did he?
Basingwa take the free kick to Belletti. Belletti crosses into the penalty area, and it's knocked away to safety, temporary safety by Alves. Hooked further away from problems, but here's Lampard. Lampard can't get the pass to Malouda, and it's run away by Iniesta. Iniesta being hustled by Malouda. Iniesta still has the ball. Good tackle, Frank Lampard. Well done. Hard but fair. Now Piqué. Back to Xavi. 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Xavi finds Alves down the right side. Hard with the touchline. That's a bit of cross. In it goes. Terry with a header away. Still not cleared. Edu brings it down. Mistake in the penalty here. Messi's there. Messi back. Shot to it in. And there's a goal. Iniesta has dropped the away goal. And Barcelona will play Manchester United in the final in Rome. Deep into stoppage time. Finally they shoot a goal. Finally they pierce Chelsea. It's Chelsea 1, Barcelona 1, and Chelsea are going to lose.
Well, just such a sucker punch. They spent 92, 93 plus minutes not really shooting at goal, and in the end it's a brilliant strike. But the way the bench emptied in front of us here, Guardiola and everybody, was reminiscent of Mourinho and the goal scored by Porto at Old Trafford all those years ago.
I reckon we've got a minute and a half. There's going to be trouble here. I mean, the whole of the dugout, the Barcelona dugout, ran onto the pitch. It was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Look, Valdez is up celebrating with a corner flag in the Chelsea half. And there's a yellow card. I don't know who for. Now, I really don't know who for. Because, remember, Alves is already suspended for the final. Abidal's been sent off. I don't know. Was it Iniesta, the goal scorer, for taking his shirt off?
Just couldn't see. Iniesta for taking his shirt off.
Right,
yeah.
It seemed the heading was barged by a Barcelona substitute.
But well done heading. No reaction whatsoever. It was okay. These things happen. Let's get on with it.
Gudjonsson's going to come on. Ironically, the former Chelsea player. Do you remember Gudjonsson missing it? Anfield? You know,
yes,
deep in stoppage time. Had he scored, Chelsea would have gone through in the away goal. It looks as if Barcelona are going to play Manchester United in the final, courtesy of a stoppage time away goal here at Stamford Bridge. And, well, the fourth official isn't ready to make the change. So we've kicked off finally. We've got at least another minute or so of stoppage time remaining. The 4 minutes have gone. Chelsea still have a chance. Got to score. Alex crosses, hits the defender, goes behind. Corner now to Chelsea. Matthew Harding end of the field. What's Guardiola? He's screaming at the fourth.
Trying to make the change. And he won't put the board up.
Why not? That I do not understand. Chelsea corner. Will there be another dramatic goal? Barcelona have 1 foot in the final in Rome. And here's the change. Iniesta, the goal scorer, is coming off. Iniesta's inside the penalty area. He's pretending that he doesn't know. Now he finally makes his way towards the touchline. Oh, what drama. Incredible drama here at Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea fans who were nervous throughout the second half, aware of the possibility of a Barcelona goal, have suffered a Barcelona goal.
Also, Silvinho stripped off, ready to come on.
Well, Iniesta is being replaced by Gudjonsson before this corner kick. We've already had 5 minutes of added time. Petr Cech with a head guard is up for the corner for Chelsea. Gudjonsson sprinting into the penalty area. There goes the corner into the penalty. Cech heads it on. It's slashed by Ballack. He appeals for handball. Not given. Ballack's chasing after the Norwegian referee. He's still shouting at the referee, but it's not given. And now we remember the 2 penalty kicks that Chelsea should have had and didn't get.
He's got a yellow for us as well, Ballack. Needs to pull him away from the referee. He's not going to change his mind.
And Ballack, having been yellow carded, he would miss the final. But it seems immaterial now.
No, it does.
It seems immaterial now. Silvinho is coming on for Eto'o, and I have the foggiest notion how much time we've got left. I know that we've played 6 minutes of added time. 4 minutes were allocated, but we've had all this chaos. It's still going on, and only the referee will know how much time he will add. Now, we've had 2 substitutions. That equates to 1 minute.
By the way, this is how good the fourth officials are.
Look at this. Have you ever seen as many people in the technical areas in your life?
It's like American football sidelines. Let's get some more people on there.
Chelsea have a throw-in on the far side of the field. Well, cheats, the Chelsea fans are shouting. But Barcelona will feel they're getting retribution here for what they feel was wrong in the Nou Camp. Now there's a foul on the far side of the field, and it's a free kick to Chelsea.
Foul on Ashley Cole.
Cech is going to come up again, as he did at the corner. 7 minutes of added time have been played. Cole takes the free kick. Terry heads it on. Where's it going? Xavi hooks the clearance. There's the final whistle. Barcelona celebrate. It'll be Manchester United against Barcelona in Rome on the 27th of May to decide the Champions League trophy.
Well, it feels like robbery if you're a Chelsea supporter and a Chelsea player, and there's no doubt about that whatsoever. I mean, take nothing away from Barcelona's extremely well-crafted goal. The first time they'd had a real shot in earnest throughout the whole game, top corner, nothing Cech could do about it. But the referee in tonight's game is going to get all the headlines, because at least on 2 occasions for Chelsea, absolute stone wall penalties. Nothing surer, absolute stone wall penalties. Chelsea will feel like they've been cheated here tonight with this result.
Well, Cech's having a go at the fourth official. Head guard up. He's actually given him a 2-fingered salute. That's not clever. I mean, it's nothing to do with the fourth official, for goodness sake.
No.
Alex is walking off. Where's the referee, by the way? He's got stewards all around him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rush out of your dressing room after the game, Mr. Aubreybo, because you might have a testing time getting back to your hotel tonight. But Barcelona's 3,000 travelling fans celebrate. Their team, well, they dominated possession, but in terms of actual threat towards Cech goal, nothing until stoppage time, and then they score.
Yeah, Hiddink here having a word with the fourth official. I mean, one thing about Hiddink, you know, he really seriously has kept his dignity. Oh, there's Drogba over to the referee. Somebody pull him away. Get him out of here.
There's he's going. He was shaking his right fist. He's now straight into the eyes of the Norwegian referee. There'll be repercussions for that. You cannot do that.
No.
You can't do it.
Hidding's trying to get rid of it. Game out.
Yeah. Take him away. He's now got a yellow card. And he's lucky it's only a yellow card.
Listen. He let Chelsea down in the Champions League final last year, and he's in the midst of doing the same here tonight.
Look, he's still going. It's ridiculous.
Get him away. Get him away.
Put him away. He's already been yellow carded. He's finger pointing at the Norwegian referee. He's still going. It's a shocking behaviour from the Ivory Coast striker. Absolutely appalling.
Yeah.
No excuse.
Absolutely
none whatsoever. Do you know something? It was a peach of a shot from Iniesta.
It was a brilliantly taken goal. But the other thing as well is, I'm afraid it's happened to all of us. You have to learn how to lose. And as disappointing as it is tonight, there's no doubt about that whatsoever. There are times when you have to walk away.
Well, I don't know when we actually blew the final whistle. How much added time we had for stoppages doesn't really matter. Barcelona took their chance, and it will be Barcelona against Manchester United in the final, courtesy of this scoreline at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 1. The Spanish win on an away goal.
Alan Green, Mark Lawrenson and Simon Brotherton tonight as Chelsea distraught out at the very last. Superb equaliser from Iniesta. One of the worst displays of refereeing you will ever see at this stage of the competition. John Terry, before Drogba's stupidness at the end there, was absolutely distraught. Gus Hiddink and some of his backroom staff in the end had to manhandle Drogba off the pitch. Not only did he go after the referee, he went back onto the pitch, he's shouting and screaming down the lens of a television camera. And meanwhile, Barcelona enjoying every moment of this with their 3,000 fans over to our left. There will be repercussions all round here. There's been some extraordinary decisions tonight. It was a terrific goal, of course, from Michael Essien, and a brilliant equaliser from Iniesta, who I would say was man of the match tonight. He was quite outstanding in midfield. There was always that chance for 10-man Barcelona, Simon Brotherton. And look, when everything calms down, and you can say that they should have had 2 more penalties, and yes, they should.
They clearly should, though, shouldn't they? I mean, the referee totally got it wrong. There were 2, maybe 3 penalty decisions.
Well, 3, I think. There's even the third one there you could have given.
2 handballs in the second half, and the first half, a foul, which was clearly inside the area where the referee gave it, but gave it outside. The referee has not covered himself in glory, and Valdez made 2 good saves to deny Didier Drogba. The one thing you would say, of course, at 1-0, it was on a knife edge. You felt it was a wafer-thin lead. For all that Barcelona had so much of the possession and done nothing with it, Iniesta, above any other player on the field, continued to use the ball intelligently. He kept plugging away and plugging away and plugging away, and in the end, he got the chance that his efforts deserved. But what a stunning, breathtaking end to the game, and how heartbreaking for Chelsea. They will feel they've been robbed here.
They certainly will. Mark Lawrenson, have you ever known anything like that in a last minute? At this stage of a Champions League semi-final? I mean, you can understand the emotion, the raw emotion on both sides, but there are times, as you said, when you've just also got to be a professional footballer at that stage.
They crossed the line, Mark, I'm afraid. That's a problem, and unfortunately I think Chelsea Football Club and Didier Drogba, maybe even Michael Ballack, will have to pay for the repercussions of what happened. But I mean, the great problem is there's a massive sense of injustice here, which is, Barcelona, loads of possession, fine, got the equaliser, don't have a problem with that. But the 10 men, he made attacking substitutions as well, Pep Guardiola, no problem. But I've never seen, you're saying 3, and I agreed about at least definitely 2 penalties. I mean, how on earth the referee cannot give a penalty in the first half for Alves's tackle on Malouda, a yard inside the penalty area? I just don't know.
Not only was it that he couldn't, he's got no defence on that one. He was actually standing just outside the penalty area, and if you put the line of the penalty area as he's facing the goal on his left foot, he was inside. He was absolutely tramlining that decision, and still he just walked over and gave it outside. He'll try and say, I think, Mark, that he's given it for a foul just slightly before
it wasn't.
But
it was rubbish. And the other one was definitely the handball by
definitely
Piqué.
A penalty.
Definitely. I mean, we've seen lots where someone's had a shot and it's hit someone's hand and they can't get out of the way or whatever. But I mean, he controlled it.
Everything about it, though, the flick from Anelka, the pace of the ball when it hit the hand as well. It wasn't going out. It was Anelka running behind him, and then, of course, that last moment of drama. And then, of course, the other other thing is, nobody knew where anything was at that stage. You're absolutely right there. Suddenly, 30 people in the technical area. Gus Hiddink was nearly crashed to the floor.
It was in the excitement of the moment when they all dashed down the touchline towards where the Barcelona fans were. Hiddink was taken off his feet basically and just about managed to stay upright. Clearly a bit shaken by it. It wasn't a deliberate thing, but no. he was just caught up in the rush. But I tell you, in great contrast to Didier Drogba and Michael Ballack, the one person who's shown a lot of class tonight is the manager, Gus Hiddink. We thought he was a classy guy, and he really did show it. In the face of a lot of provocation, he rose above it tonight.
Such anguish, though, for John Terry at the end there as well. I mean, and for all of these Chelsea players, that dressing room it'll either be silence or they'll be kicking it to pieces at the moment.
Iniesta's goal is one of the most stunning moments that I can ever remember in a football ground. And the gasp, the intake of breath from 40,000 people.
And what a moment for him as a world-class player to find the space. And he hit that to the only place where Czech couldn't get to. That was a superb equaliser.
It was, but the other galling thing about that is Barcelona also been in those positions so many times in the game before, and it was only because they thought it was going to be their last kick that they decided to shoot, and that is the only problem with this team. But the football is beautiful, there's no doubt about that whatsoever. But in all honesty, Mark, we have to go back to the situation which Chelsea thoroughly deserved to have gone through tonight.
I mean, it's difficult to sort of sit here and now pick through one or two of Chelsea's performances. You'd have to say that Nicolas Anelka at times was his moody, broody self. He had the opportunities, possibly.
He was, but despite all that, Chelsea played well enough, created enough, were unfortunate enough at the hands of the referee to have won the game tonight. And I don't think if they'd have won, Barcelona couldn't have had any complaints at all, because for all that they had the ball, Peter Cech hardly had anything to do for most of the evening.
I don't think he hardly had to make a smother.
I don't think he made one save.
No, there's a couple of smothers when he had to come out. What sort of repercussions are we looking at here? Because Drogba came back. We better just remind people, if they are just joining us here, and in fact, the final whistle had gone some 8-9 minutes into extra time. Nobody knew where we were, and John Terry faced up the referee to start with. So too did Michael Ballack, who chased him all over the pitch. And then when everything seemed to be slightly calmer, Didier Drogba marched back from the dressing room barefooted onto the pitch.
It was in his flip-flops, which was the comical element. I just started chuckling.
And just when he'd gone, he was. I mean, for football fans, and actually at this moment in time, Roman Abramovich now is striding across the pitch towards us here. He's got Peter Kenyon and others trying to keep up with him, but there's a wry smile on his face. He's waved to the fans, he's nodded. He has gone straight down the tunnel. I don't know that I'd want to be meeting Roman Abramovich if I was a referee coming the other way.
He won't go near the referee. He'll be in the dressing room to the players. I think he's that type of person which was, look, you could not have done anymore. You could just tell by the way he's not going to go and rant at the referee.
Professional footballers have to be professional. I'm saying that completely. But Drogba, nearly in a way, there was like a fan. I mean, he'd gone. I mean, there are 40,000 Chelsea fans here who will stagger home tonight. There's no doubt about that.
But don't forget, this is the fellow that got sent off in the Champions League final, and ultimately last year let them down.
And actually tonight, he came off
when he
because
wasn't injured.
Gus Hiddink thought that he was seriously injured with the knee, and then he didn't want to come off. And actually, that might have been the difference if he'd stayed on.
Yeah, I would suggest he's in bigger trouble than anybody in this stadium tonight, with UEFA certainly.
Tell you what, though, Barcelona, they were like a boxer reeling on the ropes, about to be counted out,
Ali,
and they found the knockout punch from somewhere.
Found the class.
That's what the best people do, isn't it?
The best team.
I tell you what,
that's what the best people do. They find it from somewhere.
We're joined now by Paddy Crerand. Of course, it's Manchester United against Barcelona. Evening to you, Pat.
I honestly thought it would be Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Oh, have you ever seen anything like that?
No, right up until the 90s. But to be fair to Barcelona, I know they didn't have many shots at goal, but they kept the ball and kept pushing forward all the time.
You always felt they had a chance if they could have a moment.
Always had a chance, but the great thing about it, when it's no score, you're 1-0 up, the closer it gets to the end, as Mark Lawrenson will know, the more frightened you become. You're the one that becomes frightened, the team that's leading 1-0, because you don't want to give anything away. And then all of a sudden, bang. The referee should never have the match in the first place. Why are we getting amateurs from countries like Norway and Denmark to referee important matches like that? Why don't we get the best referees to referee those matches? I didn't think the sending off was the sending off tonight either.